Oh well. Howdy, partners in wine. We are here. Oh, I gotta fix the camera a little bit. Welcome. Wow, that's loud. Let's see if we can fix that. There we go. Welcome to the show. Welcome to the show. Here we are. I'm Gitchagumi.
I'm Christy May.
This is Wine with the Wifey. Let's get the light on.
Yeah, it's like, what were you thinking over there?
Yeah.
Hi, Sniffles. Sniffles is just being our little buddy. Oh, it's much better. Now my face looks prettier. All that makeup I put on to show my unnatural beauty.
Your unnatural beauty?
Yeah.
I'll highlight your natural beauty. That's what I say.
Hi, Sniffles.
All right. Well, we're here. We're live. We did it. We've got the show going. Chrissy May's got to pull her pants up. Sniffles wants to be a star tonight. He's trying to figure out where his microphone is.
Hello, baby.
So tonight we're going to be doing some hot ticket. It's a southeastern Australia Shiraz.
And if we get into a second bottle, we have a brand new one that is in the fridge that we've never tasted.
Ooh.
So.
That's exciting.
Barley, stay over here, dude.
What is going on, Steven? How are you?
Steven Perez is in the house.
Oh, I can't tell if that's like
Lay down on that.
a highlighted chat or okay, that's just
What up?
the camera being weird. Or the computer being weird.
The computer being weird? Nah. Nah.
All right. Let's see. Of course.
You love Fridays
Yeah.
because of the show? Heck yeah.
There we go.
Whoa, what's happening with the screen?
Oh, I was just making sure that the alerts and everything were on. Both of our hairs are perfect. My hair's pretty wild right now. I gotta get a haircut this weekend, but
Yeah, I do have to give him a haircut because he's way out of regs right now. He's looking pretty, it's interesting. His hair hanging near his glasses, yeah. Don't hit yourself in the head.
oh,
Oh,
that was
yes. Barley's laying down on the little pad.
Oh,
The
yeah.
little butt pad for the chairs. He's like, okay, that's where I'm gonna lay. Gonna be a good puppy.
How's the audio sounding, everybody? Everything sound okay? Everything working out?
Mm-hmm. Well, Sniffles is getting in on the microphone action. He's like, oh, wait, wine? That's what I want.
The little lush kitty.
You were like ridiculous, dude. You're always trying to steal alcohol. He's like, I love it. I love it so much.
Everything sounds good to me.
Ching!
Happy Friday. Friday.
I haven't had alcohol for a bit.
It's a good one.
It's pretty drinkable.
Yep.
That's good.
It's dry just the way we like it.
Not too dry, but it's like a good. Hey, Kaz.
Hey, Kaz, what's going on?
What are you doing right now,
How
Kaz?
ya?
Are you
Over there
partying?
on Twitch?
Kaz, a party animal.
How's everybody feeling about the Super Bowl this weekend?
Oh, I know.
Here we go. Hot Ticket Shiraz 2020 medium bodied. Pop the cork on our shiny new crowd-pleasing Australian Shiraz. Plush and fruity with a burst of red berry fruit and a toasty, peppery kick. This
Vodka.
juicy, succulent red is a wine that will shine every time.
Vodka? Svedka?
Svedka, yeah.
That's vodka? Oh, okay.
It's a top shelf one.
We need to get some of that. I want to taste the differences. We have Tito's and we have Crystal Skull vodka. And we
love
have
that Crystal Skull.
oh, we have a little bit of Grey Goose left.
We have Grey Goose?
Yeah.
Since when do we have Grey Goose?
Had it forever.
Oh.
I bought it one Christmas when it was like on sale or something.
Okay.
Came with a shot or with a glass, like a drinking glass.
We still have the cupcake vodka from like however long ago that was.
That's what.
No idea where your pants were. That sounds like the drink for Stephen Perez.
Yeah, Stephen Perez, you need to get some of that.
Some Svedka.
Vodka.
Skull.
Skull.
Yeah, we got the old.
Oh, watch out for the rose syrup.
Yeah, I don't know how this is gonna show up, but this is the Crystal Skull vodka. It's like a little clear skull.
Oh, it's called Crystal Head.
Crystal Head?
Yeah, look at the back.
No, it's Crystal Skull.
Oh, okay.
We watched the commercial with Dan Aykroyd in it.
I've done a shot of that before, and it was potent.
It's
like,
good.
I don't know how people.
Drinkable. That is sippable vodka. The Crystal Skull.
No.
Yeah, it's like quadruple.
I don't understand how people can say that you can just drink vodka straight and it's fine. I cannot. It's burning down my throat.
Well, I mean, it is pure grain alcohol. So. Although it's potato alcohol. I don't know if that counts as grain alcohol, does it? If it's potatoes? No, it'd be.
It's keto.
It'd be. Yeah. Such a good one. Such a good commercial.
Which commercial? The
Crystal Skull vodka with Dan Aykroyd.
I wonder what Dan Aykroyd's up to now. Is he dead?
He's cameoing in the new Ghostbusters.
Oh, he is? The one that has the female lead?
No, the new one. The one that's like still in theaters.
Oh, I thought that was the female lead one.
I don't think so. It's like kids.
Huh.
Like kids, it's like a family that inherits the Ghostbuster house from their grandparents or whatever.
Oh gosh.
And they find the
Slimer.
They find the Ghostbuster mobile. And then I guess the canon, I haven't seen the movie, so yeah. Really? Maybe I'll have to go see it. I have the
it's streaming on
I have A-List.
One of our things.
Oh, on HBO?
Yeah.
Oh, let's watch it. That's easy peasy. That'll be our Valentine's Day.
yeah. So we decided that we're going to have Valentine's Day tomorrow because why not? Like, if we want to watch a movie or something, well, first of all, we're pretty chill. Like, we're not one of those like couples that are like, oh, we have to go to the dinner. We have to dress up. We have to do like a stay away for the weekend. We have to, big stuff, all that stuff. That's so stressful, I think. So we really just like to have a good meal at home. Sometimes we give each other a gift. A lot of times we don't because we forget to buy one. Or
we just don't.
Yeah, we just don't worry about it because I honestly have everything I could ever need. And I don't know what to get him half the time. And then we watch
stuff.
A movie or something,
I'm not hard.
So, I mean, but it'd be better to do it on Saturday than on Monday night.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. So,
I don't know. The fighting in the Applebee's parking lot is kind of entertaining, though. Well, at least watching the fights.
Last year, he was deployed, and I took Chrissy Gumi out for dinner. It fell on a Friday, I believe, and she had therapy. And so after therapy, she's like, well, it's Valentine's Day. Let's go have a special dinner between you and I. She's all about that kind of stuff. And so I was like, sure, let's do it. I completely forget how everything gets crowded at the restaurants. So I took her to Cheddar's, which we'd never been there, but we waited forever to get seated. And it was crowded. Like, I know it was COVID going on, but every table was full. I don't even think that was legal.
Stormy's looking like she's trying to pee somewhere.
Oh, she's drinking water.
Okay. She just was sneaking over here like a sneak.
Well, yeah, because Barley's right there.
Ah, okay, that makes sense.
She doesn't want to get chased by him.
Yeah, she don't want to get ate.
We have a new puppy. I don't know if you guys remember from last week, but he's a golden retriever Irish setter puppy. And
he's a little cute dude, and it's a good thing, because otherwise he'd be dead.
Yeah. Well, so Gitch was like in kind of not so great a mood tonight. He just wasn't feeling very
off
good.
All day.
And everything that was not going his way, he was like angry mumbling about it.
It was a rough day in the markets today too,
So that was like affecting you.
I don't know.
You had 2 bad
Might have been
trades and you're like, oh shit, my whole day's gone.
It's ruined. But yeah, there we go. That's the plan right there.
Yeah, the worst thing, just getting into the poop stories here.
Yeah.
So if
you're new to the show,
I was vacuuming today and I didn't pick up the toys completely in the living room because there's like a million dog toys out there. And I normally just like push them aside with the vacuum. Well, I did this, but rolled over some dog poop. So that was gross. It just made me think of the Roomba smear. Like, I was oh my God.
Oh my God.
Yeah. So
dragging the dog crap all over the house.
So I cleaned the bottom of the Dyson
Roomba's just tries his best, he just rolls around like a little robot.
But he sucks at life.
Well, that's his job.
No, I didn't.
No.
In fact, I didn't even smell it in the living room. So I was shocked that it was there and I didn't know about it because I have like the super sniffer. Like, I'm just like, oh my God, I smell like dog poop somewhere. What the heck?
Yeah, she used to say that if she was a superhero, her superpower would be smelling things. And I was like, how's that a superpower? And she was like, well, I could tell pregnant people that there's perfume around so that they don't get headaches. But yeah, continuing the poop stories. I was feeling off all day and we got home from our errands this afternoon and
dinner. We went out for dinner to celebrate.
Yeah.
And
I went upstairs to do Stephen Perez as you also did earlier.
I could work at the airport as a drug catcher. I definitely would sniff it out.
Guy clogged the toilet. That's how.
Yeah, that's how much he pooped. He clogged the toilet 3 times.
It was it's pretty intense. But airport drug. Yeah, there you go.
That would be an awesome job.
The drug dog at the airport.
Yeah, just use me.
Yeah.
I know, right? Like, I was shocked. I'm like, what the? I could hear stuff going on upstairs too. I could hear like it constantly trying to flush. And I was like, oh, he's clogged the toilet.
Compare poos. I'll just send you a picture. I mean, it was mounted outside the water.
What?
Yeah.
Did you need a poop stick?
I probably should have had a poop stick, but all I had was a plunger.
I've read about how people try to use plungers as poop sticks, and it's so not good. Because you get it all over the plunger.
So I had the benefit was the toilet paper was on top, so it all got sucked into the hole and then clogged with the toilet paper on the outside. So when I plunged it, the toilet paper was like a buffer.
What always grosses me out is when I have to plunge, like the water comes sloshing back up at me, and then I'm just like, oh my God, I got poop water on me. It freaks me out.
Yeah, the bidet would be nice. Yeah, the worst is when Chrissy Gumi clogs the toilet.
Oh yeah, she's the worst.
And then it's just a swirling mess of crap.
Sometimes we go in there into her bathroom at night to check and make sure that she's like flushed the toilet. And if we haven't checked in a few days, it's like she doesn't flush the toilet for a few days. And it's just like poop on poop on poop. It's like, what the heck? How do you live like that?
Well, I mean, that's the...
To me, it's like common sense.
Well, but she's got a different brain than us. It's all right. That's right.
She doesn't flush because when she lived with my sister, she was like yelled at for flushing too much.
Speaking of Chrissy Gumi, she just hijacked the radio.
Did she?
Yep.
She should know better.
She should, but
Is her gizmo up there?
it should. Yeah, it's it was plugged in last we saw.
Oh,
sometimes she doesn't flush.
Hey, stop changing the radio because he's streaming and he doesn't want to get a flag. Okay?
Yeah, we can't play your K-pop.
You can't play K-pop on the stream. Well, you changed it on the Spotify or whatever. On the yeah. So remember, just use like an Alexa or something to listen to music. Okay. Well, it came through the stream.
Yeah, tell it to play on Amazon Music.
Yeah, play on Amazon Music, not the other. Okay. Okay, love you. She's like, I wasn't. Well, you were. So she doesn't flush because when she lived at my sister's house, she got reprimanded for flushing, which is weird.
Well, she got reprimanded for using toilet paper.
Oh, and for using toilet paper too.
Yeah. So, well, I think because your sister's boyfriend is a plumber and probably fed her some story about the pipes.
Yeah. Well, you know what? They were living inside that crap rental house that probably had like too small of pipes. They were probably too cheap to upgrade it to like, nowadays pipe size. And it's probably like the pipes from like 50s, where they're pretty small.
They're probably not big enough for double ply.
Doesn't go through them very easy.
Yeah, well,
I mean, his family is plumbers. They should be able to do that very easily and cheaply. But no, they ran a slumlord house in the ghetto of St. Paul. Oh, the dude's asleep down here.
Oh, yeah.
Little Barley, yeah.
Just a little sleeping man.
Yeah.
Well, the good thing is that we had the now playing thing hidden, so it didn't blast across the waves that we had K-pop playing on Spotify.
How did you know it was doing that?
Because I have it. That's why I have it showing behind the chat there, because I can keep tabs on it. Because it wouldn't be the first time she's done that. So.
Yeah, that's true.
So how's everybody doing tonight? I don't think I ever did. Did anybody answer about the Super Bowl? Is anybody excited about the Super Bowl? I tell you what I'm excited about is that halftime show.
Mm-hmm. I'm
pretty psyched about that. That 90s rap conglomeration, that's going to be off the chain.
Yeah, well, it's not like real rap. It's not like Master P or anything.
It's Dr. Dre and like it's the Chronic crew.
Yeah, but I mean, they're kind of like popular rap.
I mean, now they are, yeah.
But even back then, it's like the rap that you heard on KDWB. But if you listen to the other channels, you heard like all the other stuff.
Yeah, well.
That like,
I mean, they're.
I mean, even
like
I had
P. Diddy.
Like, P. Diddy? No, that's like commercial rap too.
I know.
Even I had a Dr. Dre CD.
Yeah, I had a bunch of Eminem CDs.
Let's go Rams. He's like,
yeah,
obviously a Rams fan.
Crazy Rams are. I mean, they got home field advantage for the Super Bowl. It's nuts.
I have a hard time rooting for the Rams now that they're not in like the Midwest. I can't imagine how they're now a California team. It's really hard for me.
I have absolutely no feelings on the matter.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh, it was super weird to me when they moved. I was like, what? They're not the Rams then. They got to change their name.
Like how the North Stars changed their name to the Stars.
Yeah.
Yeah, I have thought about, because sports betting is the restrictions on sports betting are loosening in America. So I've thought about if I ever come into some money, like just finding a bunch of sports to bet on and just betting on the
underdogs,
the 250 to 1 odds bets. Because, you put $1,000 on a 250 to 1 odds bet. You could do that 251 times, and if you hit once, you break even.
Yeah. That's a lot of money.
Well, I'd need a lot of money. That's why I said if I ever come into a lot of money, I'll go to the horse track and do it.
Andy and I have talked about going to the horse track and playing poker there.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah.
That'd be cool. Wow. See, that's what I'm talking about. You put $100 down.
What? You got 10 grand? That's crazy.
Yeah. Yeah, and if he'd have had to do that 1,000 times, he still would have broke even. That's called risk management.
You're ridiculous.
I don't know if I've ever talked about this on the show, but I've been studying the Forex market. And last weekend, was it?
Week before, I think.
Week before?
I was really drunk.
Well, I think it was 8 days. I've been on the platform for 8 days.
Yeah, but you didn't start for a couple days. You had to get in or whatever. It had to set up or something like that.
Yeah, but as soon as I paid, it started counting the days.
Oh, okay.
But anyway, I'm in a evaluation for a prop firm. So we'll see how that goes. So far, I'm still break even, which is better than
sucking.
Than a lot of people, yeah. A lot of people blow their account right away, so I'm doing all right.
I guess in my mind, because you're always back testing stuff and you're like, oh, blah, 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 blah. I'd be doing this. I'd be doing that. In my mind, I was just like, oh, he's never going to lose on a trade.
Well, that's not how trading works. That's why I tell you it's like a 45% win rate. That still means it loses more than it wins, but when it wins, you make more than you lose when you lose.
Mm-hmm.
So that's the risk management side of it. But I think my mistake was I was doing 1% per trade, and I should have been doing 0.5%.
Yeah, I thought that's what you wanted to do.
I cut it down. Well, on my back testing, I was doing 1% per trade. But I cut it down to 0.5%, and then if I get another loser, I'll cut it down to 0.25%.
All those doll hairs you have? What?
Dollars.
Oh, dollars.
Yeah, I'm trying to do it with an edge so that I can actually, because the way that it works is you get an account, or you sign up. You have to pay a small fee because that basically the fee that you pay them is to cover if you suck. Yeah. If you suck, they still don't lose as much money because you pay them a little bit of money. Because they're taking a risk on you because they don't know who you are. They give you a small account to show them that you know how to follow their rules. They got certain rules you got to follow with.
I'm going to cut some cheese up.
Their trading and then And then also to show you that you know how to manage risk so that you're not going to lose all their money. If you pass the evaluation, the one that I signed up for, then they give you 20 grand to invest. It's not just 20 grand that you get, it's their money, but you get 60-40 split, 60 my way, with any profits that you make. And then once you make a 10% gain, you bump up to the next level. And then every 10% gain, you bump up to the next level. So then the max that you can manage for them is $2 million account. And then every 10%, they just pay you out once you get to the $2 million level, it's a 70-30 split with the profits. So it's a pretty good deal. And it's a way to, because a lot of people, when they get into trading and specifically the foreign exchange, they start with a really small account, like a $100 account or a $500 account. And it takes a long time, even with compounding interest, to grow that account. So if you work with a prop firm, you're starting with a much larger account. Like, 1% of 20,000 is significantly more than 1% of 500. So that's what I'm doing. That's my retirement plan. Hopefully it works out. I've been teaching myself the tricks. Well, not necessarily tricks, but just knowledge about the market. And I have an accounting degree, so that I feel like helps. But we'll see. The trade psychology is the big part of it. But I think I've been doing all right. That's a crazy knife. With your legs broken. Outcast says last time he got into financials this complicated, he ended up with broken legs from his local legitimate businessman.
Oh no.
I don't know. Are you in New Jersey? That sounds like a Jersey thing. I thought he was in Kentucky. I guess that could be a Kentucky thing too. I can see that. Oh, Tennessee. Okay. Tennessee. That's just a little off. One state away. I always pair Tennessee and Kentucky just because of Fort Campbell. That's right. Borders. It's on the border. The band that did that song. Don't know that song, no. Well, I mean, that doesn't mean I know it. I didn't listen to the radio a lot in the 90s. I think most states that neighbor each other don't really like each other. I feel like that's the way it is. Like, well, growing up in Minnesota, I was on the Wisconsin border and we hated Wisconsin. Yeah. And now that I've lived all over the place, I just don't really care about anybody. I mean, I identify as a Minnesotan, but haven't lived there in 15 years. So.
Minnesota?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. When you lived there, you lived there.
Yeah. Yeah. I did enjoy my time in Boston, though. I had a good time in Boston. This is a good wine. Yeah. I don't know if I can eat any cheese. I'm still full. Like, jam-packed. Stephen Perez is back. Had to go downstairs. Welcome back, Stephen Perez. Welcome back. Good to have you.
Welcome.
He's back in the saddle again. It's so hot and social. Always room for Jello and cheese. Yeah, maybe. There is always room for Jello. That's what the commercials would have me believe.
Well, apparently there's lots
And I'm nothing.
and like
Yeah, she eats that pudding like it's going out of style.
like, I got this for you for school, dude.
Oh, SoCal. It's so hot in SoCal. Oh, I thought he was saying social.
Southern California.
SoCal. Yeah, my brain's not all cracked up to be.
Yeah.
Ugh, I've been in school too long. It's been fried. I had to put on an application the other day how many years of education I have. I had to put like 32. It was
Well, that's combining mine with yours.
No, that
Wasn't it?
was mine.
What, 32 years? Jesus.
Yeah, 12 years of high school and 21 years of college. So 33.
Lied on the application.
Yeah, my guy was a year short. Swimming at your sister's, huh? That sounds fun. I really should go hit the pool one of these days.
Yeah,
I'm pretty overweight.
me too.
We could go together.
Yeah.
We do have a family thing. You just have to bring your driver's license and get your picture taken.
You have to change the payment thing for it too.
Do
I
I?
don't think it's been taking money out.
Oh, really?
Yeah, you never did that.
They haven't like emailed me or called me.
Oh, they just tell you when you get to the thing.
I don't ever go up there though. It's been small bits of cheese.
I know, right? It's weird.
Hey, you're the one that said that there's always room for cheese. So,
Which one's your favorite cheese?
the salami.
That's not cheese.
Oh. I like this one. And this one. I like this one more though. Yeah, that one.
This is very soft.
Mm-hmm. 10 out of 10, huh? Well, I'm glad you appreciate it, Steven. We do like doing it. We like hanging out with people, being friends.
Licking all the cheese, Kaz says. Make it yours.
Yeah. Claim it. I might, if I get my homework done, I might. I want to play this new game that just came out today called Lost Ark, so I might try streaming it.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. It's a free to play.
Mm-hmm.
It looks awesome.
It's our Valentine's Day tomorrow.
Oh, it is Valentine's Day.
And you're gonna play
tomorrow.
games?
No, I guess I won't stream tomorrow.
Yeah.
We gotta watch movies. Yeah, I do want to stream that game though at some point. Just not tomorrow.
Look at Lulu's up here, and Sniffles is looking at her like, is she in my spot?
Mm-hmm. He's also trying to make sure we're not gonna stop him from getting up on the counter.
Oh my god. So my favorite movie is a black and white movie from like a long ass time ago. It's The Ghost of Mrs. Muir. It has like Gene Tierney and Rex Harrison in it. And you Marvin Gaye sexual healing. Yeah, like so in the movie is cool because oh my god, Sniffles.
His face.
Yeah, he's like, I made it. Oh my god,
Where's
Sniffles.
the meat?
He's just coming for
He's
the
gonna
food.
sneeze all over it.
Pony. That's a song from the 90s for sure.
Her movies, The Ghost and Mrs. Mirror.
Mm-hmm. And I love 2 Weeks Notice also.
What did you do, Sniffles?
He stepped on it. He's very good at changing things.
Mm-hmm. Stop. You're typing.
He's like, what? He just leaves his arms out like this. Sniffles.
Like he's skydiving.
What are you doing? You want a piece of cheese, dude? Here. Lulu's like, I wanted that.
Let's see. What's my favorite movie? It used to be Moulin Rouge.
Yeah. Which I never understood because I didn't think it was a very good movie.
It just spoke to me. But I'm a much happier individual these days, so I haven't watched it in a long time. But I like the music. I mean, Fatboy Slim, you can't really go wrong. Or no, it was Moby. Was it Moby that did? I think it was Moby.
Like, isn't Fatboy Slim in Doomtree?
No. Fatboy Slim is the guy that did the Funk Soul Brothers song. Yes, that's a good movie. Con Air. That is a great movie.
So for a really long time, whenever I would turn the TV on to look for a movie, it was always Dante's Peak.
Oh.
You remember? Like they just had a thing where they just ran it every weekend.
Yeah. I think, man, I don't know. Favorite movie?
I've never seen Ghost. I know, right?
Between
Moulin Rouge. Don't sneeze on everything, Sniffles.
Ghost of Mrs. Mirror and Moulin Rouge. And I'm not even a musical fan. That's the thing that's weird about Moulin Rouge being my favorite movie, but
you know, it's another good movie is The Fighting Sullivans.
Yeah, that is a great movie.
I got him to watch that like before we got married, I think.
Maybe, yeah.
Yeah, it was because it was in your parents' basement.
Yeah.
And we watched it and he actually liked it. I was like, oh, okay, thank God, because
yeah. Oh, it's a good movie.
I like this movie.
How can you go wrong?
It's a true story, you know?
I mean, I'm a big fan of just like any sort of fantasy film or book in general. You know what? The new Dune movie is actually pretty incredible. So I'm gonna go with that.
No,
one.
I fell asleep during it.
Well, you also never read the book, so you don't have a prior relationship with the story.
That's true.
The only problem I have with Dune is for the second book, they basically took the Elrond's Council chapter from the Lord of the Rings series and made it an entire book.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, there's going to be like 3 of them I read.
Yeah, because they split that first book into 2. And I think it was a financial... I think they weren't sure how successful it was going to be, so they pulled a Lord of the Rings from the 60s. The Lord of the Rings was originally released in 6 novellas.
Oh, like
it's a trilogy.
Really? In the 60s?
I think that's when it was originally released.
Really?
I'm going to have to Google that. But when it was originally released, maybe it was the 70s. No, because he wrote it he was in World War II, and he wrote it because he wanted there to be like a clear enemy.
Was he serving in the war?
Yeah.
Oh, that's crazy.
Him and
you know what I wish I would have read, and I know it's been banned for a long time, was Man in the High Castle.
The show was awesome.
Yeah. Well, we never finished it, I don't think.
1954. That's when the original book was released. But when he wrote it, they released it. He wrote it as a trilogy, but they released it in 6 books or 6 novellas.
Google lied to you, Kaz. He Googled it too.
Google just told me that it was 1954.
There's something sticky on my side of the table.
On your side of the table, probably Chrissy Gumi.
To someone.
To Google. Write it to Google. The Hobbit was released in 1937.
Really?
Mm-hmm.
That's freaking old. That's like Gone with the Wind era.
Oh, the Unfinished Tales from 1980. That makes sense.
I love the illustrated Hobbit. Like, I watched that when I was a kid.
The cartoon from the 70s. It's like an acid trip.
I loved it. And when I think of the Hobbit, that's what I think of.
Okay. I mean, at least they had Tom Bombadil in that version. I was very upset that they took Tom Bombadil out of the movie.
I never paid that much attention to the movie. Because to me, the movie is the cartoon version.
Kaz, I'm right there with you. I think I read The Lord of the Rings the summer between 7th and 8th grade. And I literally sat in a Papa Sun in my room until all 3 books were read. Like, I just loved it. I just read it all, except for the Council of Elrond. I get it. I mean, I understand. It's impossible to make him a character in a movie because he's like one of the original creators of the universe. But it's such an incredible scene in the book.
I don't remember what he is. I recognize the name.
He's just like an old guy that sings in the book, but in the lore, in the lore of the Lord of the Rings, the way that C.S. Lewis and Tolkien were good friends, and so they kind of like got together and talked about,
like, collaborated.
Yeah, well, they didn't collaborate because they were both Tolkien was not as religious as C.S. Lewis was, and so they kind of argued a lot, but they were like frenemies basically. But they shared ideas, and so one of the ideas that Tolkien liked that Lewis came up with was singing the singing of the creation of the universe being like a song. And so in the Middle-earth lore, Tom Bombadil is one of the like original, like there was the original god and then he made all his little demigods, and Tom Bombadil was one of the first.
So in that Middle-earth game, is there a spot for him in it? They include him?
In the Middle-earth game?
Yeah.
Probably not.
No? You don't have the Middle-earth game?
Mm-mm.
Oh, I must have played that with somebody else.
I have the card game.
Okay.
I have the Middle-earth collectible card game, and he is in that game.
Okay.
Yeah. But I don't have a Middle-earth video game.
No, it's not a video game. It's a board game.
A board game? No.
It's kind of like Risk or a Catan.
Yeah, I wanted to get that game for a long time, but I never did. Because it was like a $80
Oh, yeah.
board game.
Yeah. Oh, I remember who I played it with.
300 pieces.
Yeah. Played it with a guy that went to jail.
Uh-huh. I can see why you would have confused us.
He had been in jail and then gotten out. He said that his record was expunged. He let me read it. So, because I guess he was very scared about me being a police officer and my uncle being a chief of police. And he was super paranoid about it. And then Which new Amazon show?
Are you talking about the Wheel of Time?
And then
we watched the first episode. We actually did a watch party the first episode, but I honestly have to rewatch it because we just talked the whole time.
I didn't pay attention whatsoever.
There's what?
Yeah, you don't pay attention to shit.
I gotta check that out. Well, when am I supposed to see any sort of advertising for Lord of the Rings? For any kind of Amazon show?
I'm on Amazon often.
I'm not.
I watch all those crazy documentaries on it.
Well, we gotta watch the Lord of the Rings show.
I guess, because you're kind of behind the time, my friend.
I guess, yeah. I learned a lot of my lore from the card game. Because there's flavor text on all the cards.
Yeah, I don't know.
And then we also read the
it.
Silmarillion back then. Man, I was such a Lord of the Rings nerd back in the day. I also played the tabletop role-playing game.
I probably would not have dated you.
No, you definitely wouldn't have.
Because I've seen your haircut from back then.
You already know that I was a dweeb because you got annoyed with me and Bill when we were trying to interview you.
Yeah, you guys were so little. I can't believe that's so crazy. I'm so much older than you.
Well, you know, robbing the cradle.
Yeah, you're still
only
young.
5 years older than me.
You're still so young. Like, you're in your 30s. I'm mid-40s.
You're not mid-40s.
Yeah, I'm going to be 44 this year.
Yeah, it's not mid-40s.
Yeah, it is.
No.
What's mid-40s then?
45.
So what's 44 then?
Early 40s.
No.
Yeah.
And we need somebody to clarify this for us.
Funny you should say that.
We have one.
Yeah. But it's for me, not her.
Yeah, not a Craftmatic, but we have the Tempur-Pedic adjustable. But speaking about the Craftmatics, so I was definitely afraid of those when I was growing up because you see the commercials on TV when you're a kid, and I was in the hospital a lot. So like if I thought I was going to have to be in the hospital, I was freaking scared because I was like, oh my gosh, they're going to start moving me and it's not going to listen to the buttons and I'm going to be squashed into a sandwich. Because those Craftmatics look like they just continue folding up.
Half, yeah,
they fold the people in half.
Yeah. What I like about ours is that it bends the knees when it raises the legs. So.
Yeah, so you're not getting folded.
Mm-hmm. But I can't raise the legs because it crunches you up. So. I have a dysfunctional SI joint, so.
It doesn't look that bad.
I guess it's a good way to get your hamstrings stretched out. I gotta start doing that that ROMWAD again.
PRT?
No. Joking me. I gotta start doing that ROMWAD again. That's what I gotta start doing.
Yeah, that really helped you.
Yeah. Felt good too. And it's relaxing.
Maybe you should do some like
and
mindful.
I've been paying for it for
What?
months.
You've been paying for it?
Yeah.
What the hell?
Well, I always tell myself I'm gonna do it, and then I just don't. But I found out that they have like a quick session. You can do like just a 20-minute stretch instead of an hour-long one. So I had to start doing those more often.
Yeah, because I mean, when you would do your stretches, I would just go to sleep. Because it took forever.
Well, it's relaxing. Flexions swole.
I'm hearing the music over there.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it seems really quiet though. It's kind of weird.
Have you listened in the stream?
Yeah, it's fine in the stream.
I'm glad you found your earbuds, by the way, because they were on the couch and Barley had them in his mouth.
Oh, geez.
I was like, whose are these?
Yeah, I haven't read so anything that was written by his son. I haven't read. I've only read the ones that were written by Dan Herbert.
I haven't read any of them.
Yeah, I've read Dune, Children of Dune, The one after Children of Dune, and then God Emperor Dune. Those are the only four.
I've read a ton of John Sanford's Prey series, though.
Yes, you have.
And I'm not even done. I thought that he was done writing them, and then I found out when I was looking it up and everything on the one that I picked up
that he's read 100 more.
That he's written a ton more.
Yeah.
And he has more Virgil Flowers, which is a character in the Prey series. It's like his partner. And there's a ton of those, like from Virgil Flowers' perspective.
So he's pulling an Orson Scott card. He's starting to write about the other characters in the books.
Yeah.
Main characters.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's like a crap ton of books.
I've been working my way through the Ender series. Orson Scott Card's the one that wrote Ender's Game.
Oh, I don't know. I've never read them.
But
I think Christy Gumi likes them.
She likes Ender's Game. I don't think she's listened to any of the other books. They're a little bit heady. But he wrote a whole series about Ender Wiggin, and then he wrote another whole series about Bean, who's one of the other boys that went to the Battle Academy with Ender Wiggin.
So I was told that I should really write a book.
Well, yeah, it'd be a great book.
So
I mean, yeah, if it's like anything, if it gets overhyped, then it's like whatever.
So this other lady that's stationed here at Bragg, she is actually a sci-fi author.
Oh, really?
Which was kind of interesting. So her name is Krista.
Okay.
And she has like a pen name. And she posted, she's like, hey, I just moved here. I was wondering if anybody else is an author. This is my pen name. This is my series. And like a couple of people were like, oh my God, I've read your whole series. And I was like, what? She's like a legit author. People know her. And then somebody actually went to one of her book signings and she signed their book.
Wow.
I was like, what? So
I got a book signed by R.A. Salvatore.
I thought that was freaking crazy. I was like, she's a legit author. So she wants to like have a writing club, like a book club type thing where like authors get together and like throw ideas off each other or help each other.
I mean, she's had a whole lot of life.
Oh,
like she's got a lot of inspiration.
I have so many. I could like write any kind of book. I feel like it'd all be based off a true story. I could write about my childhood and my perspective of surviving a traumatic childhood. Considering I don't remember everything in my childhood, that's kind of, it's very splotchy. And then I had some crazy ass ex-husbands. I had an ex-husband that would lock me in the house when we were stationed at Ellsworth. And he had multiple girlfriends and a fiance at the same time. I didn't know about, but they eventually learned about each other. And then I had the ex-husband that left me while I was pregnant and sold our house while I was in the hospital. And he left me for one of my friends. Then I had the ex-husband that actually was married to another woman and living with his family while we dated. And I had no clue because he had a separate apartment. That was crazy. And I was abused in all of them. So it's like craziness. Oh yeah, completely.
Yeah, I mean, she's got a lot of stuff she could tap into. I feel like you could really be like a Chuck Palahniuk-esque.
And I really do like writing. Like, I really enjoy it. Like, remember when I wrote that essay about when I went to the DFL with my uncle? Mm-hmm. Like, so my uncle, he's a black man, and he was chief of police in St. Paul and the Metro Transit police chief. And now he's the chief of the state safety office, like
in Minnesota.
In Minnesota, like what am I thinking of? Like the commissioner, the safety commissioner, or I can't remember. But he's in charge of like BIA and like all the law enforcement, everything, or like transit, you know, or DOT.
He was the one that was doing all the press conferences when the Floyd stuff was going on.
So he was really like an inspirational person to me. And so when he was running for state senate, I canvassed for him. And because I was going to do it with my cousin, his daughter, and she was like my best friend growing up. Well, then she kind of stopped helping him out. She was just like, whatever, I'm not showing up to anything more. And then his campaign manager was just like, hey, Krista, can you help me with all this? So I was like doing everything with his campaign manager. And then the night of the election, I got invited to be with them at like the restaurant bar that he was going to announce his like winning or losing or whatever. And then he won. So then they were like, Krista, come on, we're going to the state. We're going to the DFL party. And it was crazy. Like going up the elevator, like all of a sudden confetti starts showering down on you and like lots of lights are flashing because people are taking pictures. And then they were like, welcome to present the newly elected police chief of St. Paul, John M. Harrington. And then everything's like, and it was like tons of stuff just falling down on you. And then like, because you were with him, people thought you were somebody. So all these people were coming up to me the whole night asking like, what do I do for his, administration? Like, am I like a secretary? Am I a PR person? Like what? I was like, no, I put flyers in people's doors, walking the streets. I'm just his niece. So that was kind of weird, but they all acted like I was somebody, and that was kind of crazy. And I'm not Democratic at all, but I supported him because he does do good things. He's definitely a good person.
His family.
In his family, yeah. I mean, even if it was family and he was running on a bad platform, like I wouldn't have supported that.
I mean, fair enough, yeah. If your brother ran for office, it would be...
Oh, hell no. If my brother ran for office, I would probably be like the one posting all the stories about him. Like, he's a drunk, blah, blah, blah. He threw his wife through the patio door. Yeah. He tried to kill his dog. Like, I'd be the one blasting all the bad info about him out. Because I am kind of that person. I'm a right fighter. Like if I think that somebody deserves whatever and they're getting the bad shake, I'm like right there like, oh, I'll take care of this for you. I think probably because I grew up in so much chaos. It's like second nature for me to just jump into the fight.
Well, and you were the oldest, so you're the fixer.
Yeah, I'm the fixer, and I was a cop, so I still have that mentality. Yeah. I was talking to our old realtor back in Washington today. She was like, the one thing that she always wanted to be growing up was she wanted to be a police officer. I was shocked about that 'cause she's such a great real estate agent.
Yeah.
And
I mean, she works hard.
Yeah, she does work hard. But I can see it because when you're a police officer, you really do need to get to know your community and the people in it so that you can like earn their trust.
Well, yeah, if you do the community policing.
I mean, community policing is really where it's at. That's where you're going to like take down stuff. You're going to get the drugs off the street. Right. And I
mean, that's what makes sense. But there's a lot of districts still that don't do it that way. Particularly in the South.
Yeah, the good old boys.
Yeah.
I mean, South Dakota was kind of like that too.
Well, in the 90s, yeah. I mean, it might still be, but...
Well, early 2000s when I was there.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Pretty much the 90s.
Pretty much the 90s. It's like it was after Y2K.
That's still... Like, it doesn't just like, it's 2000 now. Let's everybody be progressive. 1999 was yesterday. This is 2000. Come on.
Whatever. You don't know.
Okay.
You weren't serving there.
No.
What were you doing around that time? You were still in high school.
In 2000, yeah. I was in high school just causing trouble.
So crazy.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah, I graduated in 2001.
Yeah, so I was at your graduation, and my brother had like
With the husband that locked you in the house?
No, the husband that left me for another woman.
Isn't that the same one?
No.
Oh.
Yeah. First husband locked me in the house.
I thought it was it wasn't your first husband that you were at my graduation with?
No, it was my second.
Oh, okay.
It was Wade.
Wow.
Yeah. And I was like, and this is kind of weird because I remember thinking that I was pregnant at the time. But when I went to my brother's graduation party, he and all his buddies were smoking pot or whatever in the bushes. And he was super freaked out that I was going to like catch him because I was a cop.
Oh, yeah.
So I don't know how that lines up. I definitely know that me and my ex were at your graduation because he gave Kevin a rifle for his graduation present. Like, who does that?
Interesting.
Bad idea. He gave him like, I can't remember if it was a Remington or a Winchester. I don't know. It was
It's not really this.
It was like a 308 or something. Like,
that,
and I was just like, what's Kevin gonna do with this?
yeah.
He ended up pawning it. Like,
It's not surprising.
I was like, what did you ever do with your rifle you were gifted?
I went to
Pawned it.
I went to firearm safety when I was 10,
Mm-hmm.
and we did it in the high school. And like, I was 10 years old. This is way before Columbine, but I was 10 years old, and we were walking up and down the hallways of the high school with like shotguns and rifles to show like how to safely carry them through the woods and stuff.
That's funny.
But it's like, it was in the summer, so it's not like there was classes going on or anything like that, but it was just like
Kind of creepy.
thinking back on that, I was like, wow, that's nuts. Because then the whole time I was going to high school there, I was like, I remember learning firearm safety in this building. Well, I remember. And then Columbine happened, and I was like, I'm never going to talk about that again.
I think when Columbine happened, I was like a junior or senior in high school. Google and see what year it happened.
I was
in.
a sophomore, so it was.
Oh, was I out of high school?
You must have been.
I feel like I remember watching about the shooting on TV. Like they had it on those TVs that were in the hallways.
Yeah, or I might have been in 9th grade when it happened. I'm fairly certain I was a sophomore,
let's
though.
ask Butler. Butler lived there. He went to that high school.
Because we were all, we all used to wear trench coats to school just because we thought they were cool.
I went down the rabbit hole. I mean, I've tried to not go down the rabbit hole. I do go down the rabbit hole in a lot of things.
I think it was 99.
I have so much crap text messages. Like people
Yeah,
trying to sell
April
me
20th,
cell phone
1999.
case.
So yeah, I was in.
Oh,
I
that's
was in 10th
crazy.
grade. Yeah.
I was managing a title loan store and working at RCC Western.
Huh.
Well, and depending on what year or what part of the year I did that.
April.
Oh, April?
Yeah.
Oh, then I was working at Conseco Finance. I was a loan underwriter.
Yeah, it was crazy because you know, I was friends with Nate and him, me, and James used to wear our trench coats to school all the time.
Yeah, you look freaking
We had
creepy.
no relation to the trench coat mafia. We just thought trench coats were cool. And then Nate and Gandalf used to like wear chainmail and carry swords around.
What?
Yeah. They would talk to the principal, and the principal would be like, well, as long as you tie a bow around the sword so you can't pull it out and everybody can see that there's a bow around it, you're fine.
What? What the heck? You guys are the weirdest kids.
Yeah. It was.
I mean, I thought I was weird because I wore Wranglers and cowboy boots, but like you're out there weird.
Yeah. And we also had a craps ring going in the hallways between classes because we had these tokens that you would turn in.
Oh, the lunch tokens?
Yeah, you'd turn in a token and you'd get a tray. Well, we found out that you could break the token in half and then put the half token in, and it would make the clink sound as if you dropped the token in, and then you'd bring your tray back and they'd give you a whole token back. So over time, you build up your stockpile of tokens, and then we had all these tokens, and we were like, well, now what do we do with all these tokens? We're like, well, let's gamble with them in the hallways. So we started playing street craps in the hallways and like throwing tokens out. And we had like hundreds of tokens at one point, and then the school was like, man, we got a shortage on tokens, we gotta get our tokens back. So then they were like if you turn your tokens in a little envelope with your account number on it, we'll give you $1 for every token. So now these tokens were worth actual money. I don't think Ian paid for lunch, or like his parents didn't pay for lunch for the rest of the year, our senior year, after they did that, because he had like $400 of lunch money. He turned in all
Wouldn't
his
they be
tokens.
like wondering how the heck you guys had that many?
I'm sure they knew, because eventually we had to get like clever about it, because they started like, you'd put the token in, and if it sounded funny, they'd be like, hold on a second, and they'd like look through there and see if you put a half a token. So you had to like
Use a whole one day and then like a half one
or
like
you had
another
to,
day.
like, I forget how we did. Like there was like 4 times where I was able to put a half token in there, and they were like, hold on a second, and they looked and they didn't find the half token. I forget how I did. I think I actually started putting quarter tokens in there, so it was so small they just didn't notice it.
That's freaking crazy.
That's
That's crazy.
yeah.
I didn't do anything like that.
We had a mafia, craps mafia going on in the in the hallway.
I mean, the craziest thing I did was like I was rodeoing and went to like the parties afterwards, you know?
Yeah.
Or I went to like like oh my god, I'm losing my mind. Like it's kind of like a buck out. So like you go to like my friend Mike down in Cannon Falls, he had shoots and everything, and he had Bronx because his dad was one of the PRCA contractors, and so like, oh my god, Sniffles, you're gross. So he had Bronx and everything that were retired, and then they had bulls there too, and so they'd like load up the chutes and everything, and all of us would just like get on and do whatever.
Try to last 9 seconds.
Yeah, try to last 8 seconds, and I was actually pretty good at it. I mean, I never lasted 8 seconds at a buck out, but like when I was actually in the rodeo for MRA, I did last 8 seconds one time, and that was the time that I got bucked off finally, and I hit the railing, and it knocked the wind out of me, and then the horse came back around and kicked me in the ribs. And my dad found out that I was doing that then.
Because you couldn't breathe when you got home?
Well, because I went to the hospital.
Yeah.
And I was on his insurance.
Yeah, I didn't do anything like that. I had connections like in all of the media outlets at the school. Like I knew the guys that did the morning announcements. I knew the guys that did the newspaper. I knew the guys that did the Cabaconian, which is the yearbook.
Well, Andy hung out with the local cable TV.
I had a show that was played on local cable TV for like 8 years, because it was a school project that we did, and it was like we were time traveling news people.
Of course, news people. Yeah, of course.
Well, we went through, like, we traveled through time and interviewed Mussolini, Stalin, and Hitler. And then when we got to Hitler, like, we knocked him out. But we also did a bunch of like Monty Python type skits between our news interviews. So I'm pretty sure Bill still has a copy of it. But it's one of the things that I've been trying to like see if I can get digitally, because I'm pretty proud of it, even though I was in high school and it probably sucks, but we put a lot of effort into it, and I got an A for it. So that I did that.
Look at Dahlia.
That's trying to ruin the show. I did that, and then I wrote a song for
history.
So I was pretty good. And then I did a video for German class too that was like Spaß Spaß Gummi Gummi Soße, as a commercial for a soda drink. Or for like it was basically like a Red Bull commercial, but it was before Red Bull was a big thing. But it was this drink called Spaß Spaß Gummi Gummi Soße, And it was like this criminal like sneaking through the school hallway, and then he found a statue, and he's like, "Finally, it's mine!" And then the security guard's like, "Stop!" And he like drinks the Sposh Boss Gumi Gumi Soza and just dives off over the railing into the rotunda, and then like goes to run out the door, but then the security guard's in front of him, and he's like, "What the?" And then the security guard holds up his Sposh Boss Gumi Gumi Soza. So.
Yeah, and this was a commercial that you made?
Yeah.
Did you act it out and everything?
Happy Gum Gum Sauce. Yeah.
How did you jump over the rotunda?
The magic of the movies.
Oh.
Just cuts. Yeah.
Did you have a mattress down so that way you could land on it?
No, we didn't actually jump. We just cut it so it looked like we jumped.
Oh. Discord dropped a piece of cheese down to Barley.
Oh, yeah?
And then she's like looking over and she was like, "Oh, crap. I hope he doesn't find it." He's asleep, so he doesn't know the cheese is by his head.
Oh, man.
Yeah.
He's going to be so happy when he finds out.
Hey, Discord. Are you a cute little kitten? Sniffles like, "No, that's my mom's hand." Is there cheese on it? He's so much bigger than her.
Yeah, he is.
And he's a small cat.
Yeah. He's all fur. He's all fluff.
I mean, he's all fluff, yeah. Yeah, you're all fluffy, little man. You're such a cute little kitten. Give me that salami.
Oh, there's more cheese on that plate, guys.
You can toss that. I'm not going to eat that cheese. It's not coming off, is it? You can give that piece to him.
Really?
Yeah.
Is that okay for him?
Yeah. Dijon mustard.
Oh, okay. I love Dijon mustard. Gives it some good flavoring. Oh, God. It's stuck. Yeah, I did a etiquette, a German etiquette instructional video too. Now that I think about it,
You don't know anything about etiquette.
Ian, well, I knew the difference between American and German etiquette at the time. I know about it. I just don't follow it.
Oh, I see. Take you out to a nice restaurant and you're just like,
What nice restaurant?
"We've never gone to one because I know how you are."
Okay. Yeah, it'd be fun. I'd be like Julia Roberts and Pretty Woman, like slippery little buggers.
Ridiculous.
We should go to Ruth's Chris sometime so I can embarrass you.
What? Yeah, let's not embarrass me there.
No?
Oh, let's see what the menu looks like and how expensive it is.
It's like the most expensive place around.
I had a friend back in Minnesota that her husband was a chef at Ruth's Chris.
Yeah.
So she was always getting like really good food he'd bring home. Okay, food and drink. They got a nice looking tiny steak. What is this?
Probably filet mignon.
Oh, petite filet. Yep. And then they have a filet. They have a New York strip, a ribeye, and a petite filet and shrimp. Well, that sounds good. Let's see how much that is. Doesn't tell you the price?
Nope. You got to go there and sit down before they tell you how much everything is.
Wow.
But I know that's the only place in Google that has like $5 signs. If you look on Google
happy
Maps.
hour. They have a happy hour.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, they have like a prime cheeseburger. They have a tuna stack, steak sandwich, spicy shrimp, filet and cabernet, filet and rosé, That's their happy hour. And then they have like a whole bunch of drinks.
Their happy hour is just a bunch of expensive steaks and tuna.
Yeah, I would drink the tuna for sure.
You would drink the tuna?
Or I mean, eat the tuna. You know what I mean?
I know what you mean.
So confused.
I would drink the tuna totally.
Okay. Let's see. The closest one is in Cary. Open the next bottle, he says. Bum.
I thought there was one in Fayetteville.
I don't think so. No, it's called, that one is like a different name. It's called Chris's Steaks.
Oh.
Yeah.
They're like trying to pretend that they're Ruth's Chris.
Yeah.
Gotcha. Come on down to Chris's Steak. We could get Chris from Ruth's Chris Steak.
Yep.
But he's like, what? Where? Chef Ruth will cook your steak at Chris's Steak. Get your steak for $229.32.
What?
Nice, Steven. I just got your
Open the next bottle. You just got it?
what is that? Chateau St. Michael, huh? Cabernet Sauvignon. Nice.
Oh, look at you. Ooh, they got lamb chops. Double pork chop. I've never had lamb chops.
I have not
They have a
either.
petite ribeye.
A petite ribeye?
Yeah.
What's the point?
For somebody like me.
I suppose, yeah. Costco.
They have a cowboy ribeye.
Costco's the jam.
They have a
so much better than Sam's
They have
Club.
a tomahawk ribeye. 40 ounces of ribeye. Broiled to perfection and hand-cut tableside. You can add shrimp, lobster tail,
Why
Maryland
would you
style.
add anything to 40 ounces of
Blue
ribeye?
cheese crust, king crab legs, Chesapeake style.
What are you sneaking up on? There's nothing on the plate. Here. Check it out. Nothing on there.
They have stuffed chicken breast, spicy salmon and crispy shrimp, lobster mac and cheese. That's what I want. They have a crab stack, seared ahi
go to
tuna.
Go to the place. To get mac and cheese.
Beef carpaccio. I don't know what that is. Raw oysters on the half shell.
This stunning vineyard sits on a south-facing
scallops.
windswept slope high above the Columbia River.
I want these.
The vines are planted in soils of flood deposits that are more than 10,000 years old. Heat throughout the
10,000
growing
years
season is
old.
moderated by the strong wind patterns, while cool nights provide optimum conditions for flavor development. Complex and elegant wine with focused flavors and silky, elegant tannins.
Their reservation thing does not work.
Why are you trying to make a reservation? We can't go there.
Wanted to see if it'd show the price.
Oh. We don't have $500 to spend at a restaurant.
Just want to see the price.
The reservation thing's like you're too poor. You're trying to do this on an iPhone? No.
It won't let me go to anything else like I put in Cary.
It's like you need to have a personal assistant to get a reservation there.
Credit card is required for parties of 5 or more.
You like that voice, huh?
Let's see here.
Oh, the kittens. They're all looking for trouble to get into. There you go. See? It's all a racket. It's all a racket.
Oh, wow.
I watched one. I saw this thing, a short on YouTube that was like
So close to making it.
these guys.
Could get off that screen.
These guys were like opening a $15,000 bottle of wine, and the way that they did it is they like superheated the glass and they broke They broke the
Just
glass
broke
off
the top off?
instead of pulling the cork out because they didn't want the cork to like disintegrate or whatever or something like that.
That's crazy.
But it seems to me like heating the bottle up would affect the flavor of the wine, you know? Like
Yeah, you would think so. It would like make the wine all icky tasting, like all warm and stuff.
Yeah. So I don't know. It's weird. But also, if you do that, then you can turn it into a glass slide for a guitar.
I don't understand what that is.
No? Like bottleneck guitar? You've never heard that?
Mm-mm.
My dad used to play that a lot. It's like Delta blues type stuff. Like Mississippi Fred McDowell.
Probably why I didn't know about it.
Yeah. It's good stuff. It's great stuff.
I mean, I have friends over in Denmark that have a radio station, and I used to tune in on his blues.
You probably
channel.
heard some
I probably heard it.
slide
Like
guitar.
when I got to Washington, actually, like he helped me find.
There's a lot of it
blues.
in country music too.
He found me some blues people in Tacoma area to go check out their shows and stuff, which was kind of crazy that they knew him and he's in Denmark.
Well, I mean,
but their music was on his channel too.
Yeah, I mean, it's
crazy.
It's especially as you niche down in the music industry, it gets smaller and smaller as a community.
Actually, I have a friend of a friend. So he introduced me to this lady that is a DJ on the radio. And she like manages a couple radio stations on top of that, but she's got her own show. And anyway, my buddy down in Florida knows her also because his uncle, who was in Minnesota, used to collaborate with her.
It was like marker. Gotta be careful about that.
What puppers? He's like yawning and whining. That's what he does.
In case you're wondering, Chrissy May has her pimple popper videos going on her phone. So she just constantly videos of pimples being popped over and over and over.
Hey, I was
zoomed in. Just
I was listening to like Crazy History earlier today.
Oh yeah.
Instead of this, like for a change.
Like today I found out or whatever.
No, it was like so like one was like, what's the dirty history of Versailles? And it was all about like people pooping in the corners of the hallways and under the staircases, and how King whoever it was only took one bath in a whole year. Like they never bathed. They used wigs so that way they didn't have to wash their hair, and their hair was like greasy, matted, full of fleas and parasites. And then they just put a wig and powdered it up on top of it to cover it, and they just sprayed themselves down with perfume. That's so crazy.
That is crazy.
I fell asleep during it, so I missed a lot of it, but I mean, it was like pretty insane things it was talking about. And then I watched another one that was about Mary, Queen of Scots, and Queen Elizabeth I, and how they were like, they're half sisters, but they were super toxic to each other. And, you know, and that's eventually how Queen of Scots got killed. Like she was plotting against Queen Elizabeth.
Oh yeah? I didn't know that.
Yeah.
Isn't that what that Netflix show's about?
I don't know. I want to watch it though. I want to watch all the Regency type era shows. Like, I think that's all interesting.
Stephen Perez, I like your style.
What is this? He's just like glug, 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 glug,
pouring
glug.
it into a tumbler, stainless steel tumbler.
Did he empty the whole bottle?
Yeah, it looked like it. I mean, we could get half a bottle in each of these glasses easily.
Yeah, maybe.
We just pour it the way you're supposed to.
Yeah, we just pour it to like.
Yeah. Well, she's busy watching pimple popper videos. Her phone is indisposed. Well, thank God it's Friday, right?
I
My
know you
goodness.
weren't gonna make it through another day of the week.
Yeah, this week has been rough on me. I don't know. I still have tons of homework to do too. I got to do it all tomorrow. I guess. Yeah, I mean, I had to throw 2 bags away yesterday because they were empty. Yeah.
Wow.
I mean, to be fair, I did eat quite a few of the Reese's, but not all of them.
Yeah.
Less than half left. Okay, so it wasn't the whole bottle. Mm-mm.
I mean, I should have ate more of my dinner, but I couldn't fit any more in my stomach.
Yeah, I was stuffed. I'm still stuffed.
But you're still eating.
But of course, I'm going to eat chocolate. And you can't pass up on cheese. Tumbler's 22 ounces? Okay, that makes sense. I think these are like...
No, it doesn't say.
Nope. I'm going to guess 28 ounces.
You think so?
Yep, that's what I'm going with.
To Google it.
See what Google says. How big or how many ounces is a standard wine bottle? 25 ounces?
What, did you Google it, Steam Pros?
Here we go. How many ounces is a bottle of wine? Google says 25.4 ounces.
Oh, Steven was right.
750 milliliters. That's right.
What are we going to drink after this? Are we going to drink more wine or are we going to make mixed drinks?
I probably got to switch over to mixed drinks because I am full. And by mixed drinks, I mean probably just scotch.
Let's see. I mean, I have so much to choose from.
No, we don't. Yeah, that was that was a bro. Did you just let her drive? Oh no!
Is your Glenlivet not even opened?
No, it's not.
What?
Yeah, because I forgot all about it. I found it when we moved it over here.
How many years is it?
It's 1824, so however many years that is.
No, that's when it was established.
Oh. Selective use of first fill, American oak casks. In 1824, George Smith established his distillery in the remote and wild valley of Glenlivet. Ever since, his smooth-flowing whiskey has been regarded as the definitive single-malt Scotch whiskey. Its founder's reserve. So yeah, it's been in a cask since 1824.
It says it's 18 years old.
Oh, the blue label's 18?
Mm-hmm.
I mean, that's all right by me. 18 years is good. That's what this is.
Yeah. The
Glenmorangie. Yeah.
Glenmorangie that I got you.
Yeah.
200 bottle of Scotch whiskey.
$200. Yep.
Is it the Glenlivet Archive or the Founders Reserve?
Founders Reserve. There's a bit of the cask floating in there.
Really?
Yeah. I just saw it. Yep, there it is right there.
Oh, crazy.
Nuts.
So it's a replacement for the 12-year-old, but it is considered an 18-year because of the...
Because it's so old?
Because I guess it is like...
Because it's legal?
It's more fruity and creamy, which is like the 12-year-old.
I see.
Is Glenlivet Founders Reserve any good? It's a lot smoother than the 12-year-old in linear evolution from nose to taste without sacrificing complexity. Makes it an excellent dram, suitable for every occasion. So it is the same whiskey that first ran from the original copper pot stills. That's what makes it Founders Reserve.
I see. Yeah, man.
I mean, I was pretty comfortable outside today.
Yeah, it was the weather here was nice, but yeah, we when it gets hot in the house, it's...
Oh yeah, when it gets hot in the house, you cannot cool it down. We have that stupid... Oh, it's 56 degrees right now.
Oh.
That's crazy. Oh, what was today's? Current temperature is 56. Doesn't tell me what the high was. Maybe that's the high?
The high was 68.
The high was 68?
Yeah.
How'd you know that?
Because I looked earlier.
Oh. Oh, it said the high was 71.
Oh. Hey, get out of there.
Get out of there, little man. So tomorrow's high is going to be 72.
That's like the perfect temperature.
Yours was like 89? I would literally just lay down on your patio in the backyard and just be like, I'm done.
She's done it. We had friends that lived in LA, and she just laid down on their concrete slab in the backyard.
Yeah, I just started soaking up anything I could get.
Yeah. That's kind of a rough trip for you, though. You had like a migraine the whole time.
Well, I had that sphenoid sinus infection. Oh, and it was horrible because I was like literally I had so many triggers back then for my migraines.
Yeah.
And so like if I ate like tomato, pizza, I'd get a migraine. If I ate like yogurt, I'd get a migraine. If I ate like chili, I'd get a migraine because of the beans and the tomato. Like there were so many things that caused migraines for me back then. And remember Jessica made chili and I didn't want to be rude and not eat it. Mm-hmm. And I had the worst freaking migraine. Like I thought I was going to throw up as we were playing that Cosmic Encounters game. And I couldn't deal. Like we had to go back to the hotel and I was like on the floor dying.
Yeah.
You'd never seen me so bad.
Yeah, it was concerning.
But then I had most of my colon taken out and most of my stomach, and I have not had the same triggers. Like I get migraines, but not because of food anymore.
Yep. Because you don't digest it.
Because I don't digest it, yeah.
Facts.
Yeah, that was like the coolest thing about it. Oh, hey, Devin Bacon.
Devin Bacon in the house, everybody.
72.
Off at work.
It's going to be 72 here tomorrow, Devin Bacon. But, I mean, it's nighttime and it's 72 there. That's pretty cool. Are you like over by like the eastern side of the state, or are you like the Gulf side of the state? What are you looking at?
Oh, that's not what I wanted. This.
Games.
Oh, Stream Manager. I was hoping it was gonna tell me who all the new followers were, but it doesn't.
You don't have any followers, that's why.
Oh, I have 59 followers, but last time I looked, I had 50, so it's quite a...
Oh, you told me you had 58.
Now it says 59.
How are you getting followers and not getting told about it?
I don't know. I should have the alerts set up.
Devin, we're so excited for when you come back home.
Yeah, follower alerts right there. Yeah, YouTube is 91. We actually lost a subscriber.
South of Miami.
I'm pretty sure the subscriber I lost on YouTube was the person who subscribed to my cat shorts. And then I've just released a bunch of drunken videos since then. So they were probably like, well, I thought this was going to be talking animals, and it's just a drunk asshole.
The shirt has to be removed to hit 1,000. I'm gonna have to flash. So? I'm gonna have to flash the people.
I think he's talking about me. Gotta get that TDY. It's good money. Good money.
Yeah, because you can put that back into your motorcycle or your computer stuff.
You could just do what I do and just go to college forever and get that money.
That's funny. Get college money.
Yep. Or learn how to trade.
I said I was gonna do. What, you didn't get your upslip? What? You have sleep apnea for real?
Huh?
So what are you allowed to do?
Did they like make you get a sleep study or something?
Yeah, they did.
Like, I hope they don't do that to me.
What kind of flight surgeon does that to their team?
Someone that
doesn't give a shit about their soldier.
Yeah, 18th Airborne Corps. Well, I don't know. You're in the other people, but
do you have to use a CPAP and stuff now? I own all that kind of stuff. I have a CPAP. I have an oxygen machine in our garage. Or is it in our bedroom still?
The oxygen is in our bedroom.
Still?
Yeah. Or no, we moved it to the garage. Oh,
good. Yeah. We need to just contact them and be like, come pick up your oxygen.
Yeah, kind of, because it's like a fire hazard.
Yeah. We don't want this flammable oxygen in our garage. We've got enough stuff that can explode in here.
Like all that,
What are you thinking about?
You know what I'm talking about. Nail salon stuff.
Oh, yeah. All my nail salon stuff is out there. My hair dye and all that stuff. Yeah, you would know. It's definitely a flame hazard. You have the scars to prove it. Poor guy. I mean, but he could pick up chicks that way. Girls would think it's totally cool.
Yeah, I mean, having a cool scar. Yeah.
Like, oh, this is my burn scar from when I was in service. I got burned up.
Guess how I got this scar?
Yeah, the girls would be like, "Oh my gosh, that must have been really painful."
You're so
It
rough and
still
rugged.
hurts sometimes. It's just like I have to move my fingers.
Yeah.
Oh, let me massage it.
Let me take care of you.
Yeah, let me take care of you.
Just lay down. I'll feed you the grapes. Do you need me to cool you with a palm frond? I'll go find one.
What's a palm frond?
Like a palm leaf.
Oh,
Fan 'em with the palm leaf.
Okay, yeah. Bachelor life for now, he says.
Yeah.
Oh man, I just want him like married, having kids. Like,
don't scare him.
he'd be a good dad.
Well, yeah. You don't need to rush to it.
He's not Russian. He's like
I know.
an American. That's really crazy. That's funny. Oh, sorry. Yeah, Chrissy Gumi was like really sad that he wasn't here because she wanted to have him come to her celebration dinner tonight. She didn't get anybody she wanted. She wanted the Peoples to come, and she wanted Devin Bacon to come. Everybody was like super busy. Like Devin Bacon's in a completely different state.
She doesn't understand about last minute.
She doesn't understand. But also, I mean, even if it was not last minute, intern was on duty anyway. So it's like, what can you do about that? I mean, while you were at work today, you could have asked him to talk to his wife.
Oh, he said that we can call his wife.
Oh, I see. Well, that means probably she wouldn't then if he wasn't going to.
He's afraid to talk to her. Probably got him in the doghouse.
Yeah, heard about that. Big ol' Valentine's Day plans all crushed. This is why you need to be like flexible like me. I mean, it's military life. You can't really make big expectations for holidays.
You want some?
That's a scary thought. Yeah, she super loves you. She's like, he's my uncle because he's basically like a brother to Uncle Matt. Like, they're like brothers. She thinks you guys are like brothers. Did you tell Devin Bacon about our news?
No. I thought you did.
No, I didn't tell him.
Well, it's not public yet, so gotta wait.
I'll text it to him.
Yeah, we texted to him.
I know. She's super funny. We were looking at
She's a
houses
sweetheart.
recently, and she was so funny at every house. She was like, "This is the window I'm going to look in from outside and scare you guys."
Yeah. Or she's like, I'm gonna
She's like,
peek in this window and make sure you guys are asleep so I can sneak in.
Yeah.
Be like, kiddo,
What the heck?
you're already making up plans to sneak out of the house. Like,
What the
guess we're
heck?
gonna have to get more cameras.
Tonight,
She's like, it's just a joke.
tonight she asked about what something tasted like. It was like
Yeah, an
a
alcoholic
painkiller
beverage.
at Cheddar's. It was so strong. I could not finish it though because I was just like stuffed. And she's like, "So I can have a sip, right?" We're like, "No, you can't." And she's like, "Oh yeah, that's what high school parties are for."
Yeah.
What?
Like, well, I know who's not going to any high school parties.
Right?
It was just a joke. Uh-huh.
No, not just a joke. She's a crazy one.
She's just trying to get in trouble.
Yeah, it's like, how does she think up these things? Like, she's 11.
Well,
I was not thinking of that stuff when I was 11.
I was. My friends and I were joking about that. In fact, yeah, she does. She knows it all. She's got everything figured out. I was 11 years old when we found, maybe I was 10. Might have been 9 even because we still lived at the old house.
Oh,
but
and you found the liquor at that school?
We found all that. It was hidden in the woods. It was like there was like a showboat that was robbed by my hometown, and they stashed all the liquor in the woods. And me and my young child friend found it. I was a young child at the time too, and we decided, let's see what this stuff tastes like. Because I had alcoholic parents, I was like, well, what are they always drinking? And so
you actually I didn't know that.
Yeah, so we sipped the liquor and just couldn't even like handle it, and then we grabbed some beer bottles. We couldn't open them, so we went down to this little spot that we always hung out that was by the lake or the pond, I guess, and there was a rock down there. We broke the bottles on the rock, and then we just drank it with the glass shards and everything. Yeah.
Oh my gosh. What the heck?
And we couldn't drink that either, but it was enough that I'm pretty sure we were at least a little tipsy. I mean, I don't know because I was just a kid, but then we were walking out of the woods and this cop was like, hey, young guys, come over here. Hey,
you guys have alcohol in your breath?
Yeah, hey, somebody, somebody hid a bunch of alcohol back in the woods back here. So if you see it, just let somebody wearing this uniform know. And we're like, we know where it is, Mr. Officer. And like walked him over to where all the alcohol was, and then we took him down to our little place that we were like running around drinking beer, and we're like, yeah, there's a bunch of broken glass down there. It's like they were drinking and smashing the beer bottles or something weird, huh? And then he brought us to the sheriff office and deputized us, made us junior deputies. Yeah.
You guys got to be deputies?
Yeah.
Drinking beer?
Yep.
And alcohol?
Yep.
What the heck?
Got away with it.
You got to ride in the cop car. Did he turn on the lights for you?
We got to ride in the cop car, and my friend got to call his mom from the phone that was in the cop car. And he was like, hey, Mom, I'm in a cop car. And she was like, what? And the cop was like, no, ma'am, don't worry. They just helped us solve a crime. So we're bringing them down to the station. We're going to give them a little tour and deputize them because they helped us out a lot. So.
I mean, that's literally rearranging kids back in the day. Yeah. Like, where's your parents? Well, come on with us. We're going to take you down to the cop station and show you around and give you some badges. Yeah. Like,
pretty much.
Let's not worry about where 90s, your parents might think you're at.
It might have even been the 80s. No, if I was 9, that was the early 90s, yeah.
You don't get this, Sniffles. Cadbury egg.
Yeah. Oh, I guarantee that he smelled it on us. Like, he knew.
He was probably keeping you until you guys sobered up.
Exactly. He's probably like, I gotta watch these kids because
they're drunk.
Make sure they don't die.
Like, drunk as hell.
But we were kids too, so I'm sure he didn't want to be like,
this is bad. Don't drink this. You're in trouble now.
He probably just wanted to be a cool cop, and I mean, it's a good memory for me. So he did his job. He did a good job.
I have some good memories of cops.
Saw the firing range at the Stillwater police station, and I went to the range today. I shot an M17 and one of my targets didn't pop up. I still qualify.
Mm-hmm. So like the Dare cops used to hand out cards, like baseball type cards, and they had their cops on them. Like they're posing with their like whatever, or like their hands on their duty belt and stuff like that. And so they'd hand out these cop cards at like Perkins and stuff. Like we'd be at Perkins and, we'd see a cop there and we'd run over and then, talk to them or whatever. And they'd give us a cop card.
That's funny.
Yeah. I collected a whole ton of them.
Like baseball cards, but for cops.
Yeah.
That's hilarious.
And it was cool because like the cop that normally responded to when my dad got the cops call on him, I had his card. And so I thought that was really cool. For future info.
Yeah.
Oh, no, they scared the death out of me. Like, I was for sure thinking if I got drunk, I could not go to sleep because I might die in my sleep. Like, I was going to puke and asphyxiate.
They taught us how to do acid and heroin. And
I don't remember any of that.
Well, I think because it was like the program when we were in school.
Oh, I remember like they told us that if you do drugs, they showed the scrambled egg commercial. This is your brain on drugs. They showed that. And then they were like, did you know you could do drugs one time and die? You never know what's mixed in it. And I was like, holy crap.
Well, they told us the same stuff, but then they were like, they had like this poster board that had replicas of all the different types of street drugs.
Oh,
so that they'd be like, this is what this looks like. This is what acid tabs look like. This is what a 8-ball of cocaine looks like. This is what blah 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 looks like. So that if we saw it, we would know what we see and know to stay away from it. But it just like taught a bunch of kids how to.
No, they didn't
find
show
that
us.
stuff.
I remember they didn't show us, but they did talk about like addiction and what it does to your family or the person. And that's when I realized that my dad was addicted to alcohol. I'm like, oh my God, I'm in an abusive environment and my dad is addicted to alcohol.
They told us about like all the resources like Al-Anon and like all that kind of stuff too. But
I already knew that I was in Al-Anon.
Yeah.
Or Alateen.
But there was like a whole. It wasn't even DARE. Actually, the DARE cops stopped.
If you take one marijuanas, you will die.
Yeah. The DARE cops stopped coming around the school in 5th grade. It was part of health education.
Really?
When I was in middle school. And the health teacher just sat up there. It was like, and it was the weirdest thing too, because they put us through like the learn about your body's changes class, where they separated the boys and the girls. And then when they brought us all together, they taught us all about drugs.
And then they handed out your eggs. So you had to take care of the eggs.
I never had to take care of an egg.
Really? What did you take care of?
Nothing.
What? You didn't pretend to be a parent?
Nope.
Wow.
No, they didn't do that to us. A couple of people volunteered to take care of a bag of flour.
My sister had one of those mechanical babies.
Oh, that cried and everything?
Yeah, and it died.
Really?
Yeah,
go
she
figure.
didn't take care of it.
Go figure.
Well, she didn't take care of her real babies in real life either.
Yeah.
Everybody else did.
Yep.
And that should have been a sign. You couldn't pass keeping a mechanical baby alive. Don't be a real parent. It wasn't that hard. You had to wake up in the middle of the night when it cried. I remember that I was there visiting when she had it, and I was carting the thing around and feeding it and crap. I was like, this is a fake baby.
It's a fake baby, and
I'm taking care of it.
Yeah, we had a health teacher that was like, she was just angry every time she talked to us. She was like, because when she separated us into the boys, she was just pissed at us because we were just all boys, and she's like, listen here, you little twerps.
What? Seriously?
I don't want to hear any one of you tell any of these girls that you're too big for a condom, okay? Look at this. And then she like covered her forearm in a condom and like moved her hand around. What? And it's like, Jesus.
Oh my gosh.
Like, if you're bigger than this, you got other problems. Okay.
They didn't even show us about condoms in my class.
No, yeah.
No.
It was it was something else. I tell you what. That was in, I want to say that was in 10th grade that happened, but that teacher was just like,
no, in 10th grade we didn't get separated. And when they talked about sex ed, but in 5th grade, when we had the discussion, they separated us. So I remember I went to a different. No, I stayed in Mrs. Mockenhop's class, and then the boys went to Miss Verstegen. And I felt bad for them because Miss Mrs. V was like an evil person. And so it wasn't going to be a good class for them. But like for ours, we just
They probably had a similar.
like we got taught that, you know, you should keep like pads with you, or, you know, like keep some at the school nurse's office. So if you need one in school. Oh my gosh. They handed out deodorant, you know, so we all had a little tiny travel thing of deodorant. And I was like, I was already using deodorant, whatever. And
I was using deodorant since 6th grade.
And it was weird. So like so my mom tried giving me the talk. Finally, I mean, it was like 2 years after I had gotten my period. And so the whole time I was getting my period, I didn't know what it was. I just knew I was going to die the day I got it.
Bleeding.
Yeah, I was bleeding forever. My cousin was there. She was like had a washcloth on my head, and she's like, just lay here with your hands over your stomach like this, so when you die you look peaceful. And so I was like set up in my bed to die, and I thought that I had just broken my butt on the seesaw, because me and Amanda were playing on the seesaw at break, and when I got off the seesaw there was blood on the seat, and I had, you know, fallen hard a couple times. So I was like, oh my God, my butt's broken. And
I'm gonna die.
And then it just wouldn't stop bleeding. So I was like, holy crap, I think I'm gonna bleed out. So like when Amanda and I went home, I was like, I feel really tired. I think it's because I've lost so much blood. She's like, oh my gosh, are you dying? And I showed her my underwear, and she's like, oh my gosh. And so she like shoved a bunch of like paper towels in there, and
yeah, I want to play.
and then had me lay down. She's like, oh no, you just need to lay down and like,
it's free to
relax.
play, so I'm gonna get it.
It was freaking crazy. But so then my mom eventually, right before the sex ed thing was happening in school, she checked out a book from the library, and it was very confusing because it had all these pictures and she wasn't explaining anything really. She was like, I'll let you look at the pictures. And I was like, I was seeing like a picture. It looked like an oval, and then had all these dots in it. And I was like, what the heck is this?
Yeah, I think that's typical. I mean, because I had the same situation. My parents never really gave me the talk. It's because I was there's two reasons.
Well, my
One,
mom had me thinking there was 3 holes in a vagina. And so I was really confused when I was going to use a tampon in 7th grade. Like, what hole do I put it in?
That's weird. That's weird.
Yeah, she said you could have like multiple hole canals or something, and you want to know which one is the right one to put the tampon in. And I was like,
wow, that's confusing.
Like, I don't know. You love holes.
Yeah. Yeah, my parents never talked to me about it, but I think it's because if you were a guy in the 90s, that just wasn't a conversation that needed to be had. And then,
Butt tacos? What?
yeah. But then my brother had a kid when I was 3. And so that was like my shining example of why not to have sex ever.
Yeah. You're like scared of sex.
Yeah, and I still have an unhealthy.
Yeah, you always have your wife thinking I'm not pretty.
Well, it's just not true.
I'm gonna get a glass for the drinks.
Yeah.
What did it say?
Said the 3 holes are the taco, the butt, and the mouth. You gotta make sure you don't put the tampon in the butt or the mouth.
Oh, okay. I mean,
And I guess don't shove it up your urethra either.
she explained it to me that she said you have a butthole and you have like a pee hole, and then you have, depending on your anatomy, you might have 3 holes in your vagina. And I was like, well, how many do I have? And I remember like having a mirror down there and trying to figure it out. I was very confused. And then the first time I put a tampon in, I didn't take the applicator. I didn't push the tampon through the applicator. I just put the whole thing inside me and was like, so painful.
I had no idea. I've never had to wear a tampon.
Well, it's dang painful. Where does the penis go? That's going to be next year.
Next year?
Yeah. Which is what, in 2 years?
Yeah, 2 years.
Oh, yeah. Guess I thought.
Yeah. Well, but I'm also not a virgin, so.
Become a born again.
Why would I do that?
I don't know. Because I have some.
Yeah, but why would I do that?
If I have so many surgeries, you're not doing anything with me.
But that doesn't mean I'm a born again virgin.
Yeah, like if you don't have sex for a certain period of time, you're a born again virgin.
No, it's like a celibacy pact. Is when you become a born again virgin, you make a decision on it.
No.
Yeah.
What am I gonna put in my thing?
These wine openers always make me think of that bird guy from Mystery Science Theater 3000.
Oh yeah.
I'm pretty sure that he's made like he's inspired by a bottle opener.
Inspired by the bottle opener.
2013. What about 2013?
Oh, what is this? Distilled spirits? What? Spiced rum?
Trying to say MST3K is 2013? Your comments missed. 1 second. Oh, okay.
Whoops, that was a lot.
Little Captain Morgan, little Coke.
Captain Morgan and Coke.
Cap and Coke.
I'm gonna get a straw.
Yeah, see? That's what I'm saying.
What?
Devin Bacon says he hasn't had sex since 2013, but he's definitely not a virgin.
No?
Yeah. There's not like a time limit. You don't just become a born again virgin.
Yeah, I think you do.
Expires.
I'm gonna read about it. Took all my freaking
It's
rubber straws.
it's a decision.
Child. Takes all my freaking rubber straws. And a whole thing of them. It hurts.
For sock rotation, yeah, I got you.
Oh, for like doing stuff?
Yeah, that's Stephen
Do you have a
Perez.
sock now?
Do I have
Do
a
I have
sock?
to worry about that?
No, I don't.
Oh. Whoops. Ching!
Ching.
Here comes Dahlia. Oh! That was really strong.
Well, it's mostly rum, so. And this is all scotch.
Oh, yeah, definitely. I don't think I ever thought about like anything like that with guys though. Like,
I think it's different. Well, I don't necessarily know that it's different for women, but I don't think that as many women are as obsessed about it as guys are. I know there are women that are obsessed about it.
Oh yeah, if you read on the spouses page, there's like women on there that are like always talking about how they do it like every day, a couple times a day, and I'm like, what?
I think
Who does that?
Well, I think one of the biggest jokes of humanity is that a man is obsessed about it when he's young in his prime, and then as he gets older, he thinks about it less and less. And a woman doesn't think about it when she's young and in her prime, but as she gets older, she thinks about it more and more.
Yeah, I can see that.
Yeah, but I think that's like because of the hormones. I don't think like the peer pressure happens because the hormones are raging.
Yeah, but you guys are all talking about like, oh, I had sex the other day, blah blah blah.
Well, I don't know what kind of conversations you think are happening. I mean, when I was 10, I used to talk like that, but
What?
yeah.
When you were 10?
Yeah.
What kind of sex were you having when you were 10?
I wasn't. None of it was true, but you just make it up. It's
You
all
were making
lies.
it up?
Yeah, of course. No, I mean, I get it. I have a...
You guys are just in the army and you've seen a lot of crazy shit.
Well,
That's
I mean,
not,
stress does a lot to... Yeah.
It's not low libido. It's that you have a sucky ass job. You're in the army.
It's true. There's no time.
Yeah, you're constantly worked to death. Like...
Yeah, and then now we have a kid. Like, I wanna do stuff, but then I'm just like, well,
I'm so tired.
George is gonna walk down here, or I'm just tired, or you're tired. Like, half the time, I'm ripped, rare, and ready to go, and you're, took your meds and are sleeping. I mean, it's an important part of a relationship, but it's also like if you have a good foundation, it's not as... I think a lot of people make a bigger deal out of it than they need to.
I think honestly, for me, it was like more of a cool thing when I wasn't in a committed relationship because I had that power. I knew that guy was trying to date me to get me to sleep with him, and I had the power. Like,
I mean, yeah, as the woman, yeah.
Like, that is probably when I had like the most, in my mind, sex appeal, and like was like, oh, okay, like if he wants to do it, no, I don't think I feel like it. I'm just gonna keep him on the hook.
Well, at least you didn't do that with me.
No, I didn't do that with you.
It worked out, though. Happily married for almost 11 years now.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, I always get confused because we watch a lot of Dr. Phil and we watch a lot of like she watches a lot of weird shows like 90 Day Fiance and
Married at First Sight
and stuff like that. And they're always talking about how important sex is for the relationship. And I'm like, I don't know. I feel like I've had a pretty healthy marriage for 11 years. Of course, they're not dealing with like constant fear of cancer and somebody active duty military.
60 Hawk is like, I love knowing all about your sex life. Thanks, guys.
Well, I mean, what else are we gonna do? It's like, there's no shame in it. Like, I don't know. A lot of people don't like to talk about it because they think it's shameful, but I don't really find any. Of course, I don't find shame in anything, really. I mean,
no, you pick your nose in front of people.
Yeah.
Like you pluck your
pluck my nose
hairs out.
Yeah, well, I do that all
What
day
the
long.
heck? Wait, what? OnlyFans video, $20 for what? 1 hour? $10 for 2 minutes? That makes no sense.
I think he wants us to make a sex tape.
Oh. No, that's
Nah,
not good
that's
for
not- yeah.
OnlyFans.
Yeah.
You have to put your real name on there.
Oh,
If you-
really?
Yeah, if you want people to like buy your stuff. Can't go incognito.
Really?
Yeah.
So your plan just it won't work, huh?
No, it wouldn't work. I was gonna make a foot pick OnlyFans, and then I was gonna be incognito, like not use my real name or anything. But that's not how it works because they verify by your driver's license. So your driver's license has to match the name on the account. And I was like, that's not going to work. And then I had no motivation to take pictures of my feet. Like, I was researching it and I was like, oh, this is a lot more work than I want to do. Like,
Yeah.
if I had like a regular that was like, oh, will you take these pictures of your feet in like chocolate? I'm like, hell no, I'm not gonna. It's a huge mess.
What are you talking about now? We'll give you $1,500. Send your money somewhere else.
Yeah, that's crazy.
I mean, some people make a lot of money, but that's like, I have I have no hate for anybody that's making, that's hustling, if they're making money on OnlyFans and they're doing their thing, more power to them. And that's how they want to do their business. That's their business. But like for me, it's just not the business model I would follow, I don't know. Just
Yeah, when I was a single mom and I worked like a million jobs, like I was waitressing during Sturgis Rally, and she's doing OnlyFans. What is that like for you? And so I waitressed during Sturgis Rally, and I didn't ever wear skimpy clothes like the other waitresses did. I feel like I got more tips, but
well, you're friendly though. Like a lot of that is like, and that's the thing that's like girls in those situations think that they need to wear the skimpy clothes to get the tips because guys are just pigs. But we're just like anybody else. We just want to be treated nicely.
I had a lot of guys buy my shirts that I was wearing, so I always brought extra shirts to change into. I mean, I bought them super cheap at like Wet Seal. Back in the day, there was a Wet Seal, and I bought like a crap ton of like crop top shirts or whatever that had like the drawstring here or whatever. And so I'd wear those. So just my belly would be showing. I wore like,
yeah, I mean, crop tops are a thing.
I wore like, I mean, it was definitely a thing back then. That was like when the Calvin Klein t-shirts were in, and
The crop tops have been a thing since forever.
And then, and I had these leather pants I got at Wilson's. They were like hip huggers, and they were like tan, like suede feeling leather pants. They were super cool, and they were like flared out like boot cut on the bottom. So I looked like a hippie or something. I wore those a lot, and so I sold like a lot of pictures of me with people, and I sold a lot of my shirts. I would just like go in the back, and they'd be like, "Can I buy your shirt?" I'm like, "Oh, I don't know. It's gonna cost you." And they'd be like, "I'll give you $20." I'm like, "All right." And I'd come out from the back after changing my shirt and hand them my shirt, and I had sprayed perfume on it for them or whatever. So
we had on my first deployment, we had they had a lot of MWR stuff back then. And we had back when it was PC, or it wasn't PC, but back when the team was called the Redskins, we had the Redskins cheerleader squad come out to our patrol base. Like not even on a fob. We were in a patrol, like a legit patrol base that took mortar fire and stuff.
And they brought them out there?
Came out there, yeah.
What the heck? Like they like spared their lives for you guys.
But the thing that kind of sucked for me as a young single, private in the infantry was that that was my while they were there was when my platoon was out doing our 12-hour picket.
Oh.
But because we were out doing our 12-hour picket, they used our tent as their changing room. So when we got back, we had like posters all over all of our bunks, and they had like sprayed perfume all over everything. So it was like,
You're like, this is pretty awesome.
yeah, it was pretty cool. But we didn't get to actually like meet them or talk to them or anything because we were out patrol. And that was back in the day. Yeah, I mean, it was cool to come back to, but you know, it sucked that we didn't get to like see whatever spectacle they put on. But that was back in the day when it took like all day. You had to put your name on a list to get to the computer to check your email, and then it took like a half hour just to load up Gmail so that you could check your email. And then if you needed to send an email, well, forget about it because you only have 45 minutes on that thing.
Yeah. What did you do with your poster?
True. I think it's probably still in Iraq somewhere. That was the deployment that I cut my finger on, so I got sent home early. Oh. So I didn't get to pack
like, your cool stuff.
My unit packed everything for me, so. Yeah. I mean, they were decent posters. I mean, they were cheerleader posters, you know. It was like the pictures from the calendar or whatever, just in a poster.
Yeah.
So
then when you started talking to me, I would just give you my blog. My blog of horrible dates.
The blog of terrible first dates.
Yeah. Let's see. I'm going to pull it up and see. Let's see what are some stories on there.
And then in 2017, somebody spread the rumor that Katy Perry was coming to Kandahar.
Oh, yeah.
That was like the biggest.
Yeah, everybody thought that.
That was so cool. It was like everybody thought that. The brigade commander thought that. And then when it came out that it was just a ruse, that somebody had just made a poster and then the rumor had spread, then our commander was like, well, we're going to have our people reach out to her people and see what we can do. I mean, I think she's way too left leaning to do anything like that, but.
Oh my God, I can't type anything.
Is that what it was? Yeah, I never knew where the rumor started from, but everybody believed that shit. Like, it was crazy.
Okay, trying to figure out.
She puts on a good show. I wouldn't be surprised if your blog had been purged.
You think so?
It might.
I read it a while ago.
It's been a while. It was Blogspot or whatever, right?
Yeah, it was. But even though it was shut down, it was still on there. Miss Ed Ventures.
That's that's crazy that it came from you guys. I'm pretty sure the entire post thought that was a legit thing that was happening. Oh yeah, 5 more minutes.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
And then you're kicking me off?
Yeah, well, that's our standard show length. Move it over to WordPress, yeah. Could move it over to the Gitchigumi domain. I love Princess Bride. You know what? Princess Bride is my favorite movie. For sure. As you wish. I love that movie. That is such a great movie. Thank you for bringing that one up. Man, all the movies in that period. Princess Bride, Neverending Story. Gremlins. Just a bunch of good movies in that period. But yeah. What a great movie. Princess Bride. Boo! Boo!
Am I sitting the drink? No. I've been looking for my blog, and for one thing, I know I spelt Sprinkler Girl weird. And it's on Blogspot, so I mean...
Yeah, it might be gone.
Oh, here it is.
Oh, there it is.
Okay, here's a story. I was talking to some friends the other day about apartment living and the joys and hates of it. I thought back to a time I had forgotten and thought, how the heck could I have forgotten that? Number 3 and I lived in an apartment right after we got married. It was already his apartment when we had gotten married and had about 6 months left on his lease till we could move. It was a relatively quiet area when I first moved in. Never saw anyone playing in the park. Didn't have cops all the time showing up. It was a decent place, I thought. We lived on the 2nd floor. There was just 4 apartments in our common hall. I didn't meet any of the neighbors till right before we moved.
Hell yeah.
Our waitress at Tumbleweed was our neighbor, actually. The people across from us I rarely saw. I'd see the guy come out and go, but he never said hi back to me. He had dark hair and skin, but I couldn't tell his heritage from looking at him, but it definitely smelled like curry from their apartment. All I do know is that in some other language, he yelled all the time late at night, and they smoked cigarettes a ton. Most of all, at dinner time, they would just stank up the hall. The smell would waft into our apartment so bad that I rolled towels up against the bottom of the door. Oh my gosh, the smell. The waitress neighbor told us the people across from us were actually Indian. So I guess that explains it. So one afternoon, I was sitting on my balcony talking on the phone to someone from back home. It was cloudy, but didn't smell like rain or anything. Typical September day. Someone from above me was on their balcony too, just sitting like a creeper. I wouldn't have known anyone was up there except some squeaks from their chair and a cough. And then I got soaked from above. It was a gush of fluid. A lot. Hair drenched, clothes drenched, spaghetti all over me. Immediate reaction was like somebody threw a pot of noodles onto the deck. What the hell? But a second later, as soon as I wiped my hair out of my eyes and spit out the liquid I sucked in, that's when I smelled it. Puke. Someone puked on me. Seriously, who does that? Why wouldn't you lean over the freaking railing? And when I would use my phone for a longer period of time after that, it would heat up and the puke smell was in it. Gross. So then number 3 yelled at them when he got home and even got into a fight with the guy. Then he complained about them to the office. It was a crazy thing. Who pukes straight through the floor when you're on a balcony? And how do you tell someone, I was on the balcony last night and I got puked on?
I remember that one. I think that was the first one you sent me.
You remember that one?
Yeah. Yeah, I hear you, Kaz. I had an apartment early on in my career that like you had to fill out basically a personality inventory, and then they would place you with people that were like of similar personality. Well, I am like an extreme introvert.
It really happened to me.
I am an extreme introvert, and so when I filled out the thing, I was like, yeah, I don't want to meet new people. I don't want to talk to anybody. I don't want to see anybody. And it was worse at that time because I had been deployed twice at that time. So I had seen some crap, and I just didn't want to have to socialize. I don't like socializing anyway. You can ask her. I don't even like to talk to people on the phone at all. So, like not even my own family. So I put on this thing that's like, I don't want to meet anybody. I don't want to talk to anybody. I don't want to see anybody, nothing.
These stories are funny.
And so they hooked me up with there was 4 bedrooms in these apartments. and you would like the way that it was set up is everybody had the key to the main room.
I'm going to share this on
and it was in
Discord.
the kitchen. The main room was in the kitchen, or it had the kitchen, and then there was like a little living area, and then there were 4 bedrooms, and each bedroom had its own locked door, and then in your bedroom you had essentially, it was all furnished. You had a bed, you had a desk, and you had a bathroom. So if you never wanted to leave your bedroom, you never had to. And none of me or my roommates ever did. And we didn't ever use the common room. Like our fridge had, I think, a thing of ketchup in it, and I think all of our cupboards had 1 or 2 plates, and that's it. We didn't have a TV out there. There was a futon that came with the apartment, and then there was a TV stand, and there was a hookup for cable, but there was no TV. You had to supply your own TV. None of us ever hung out there, so we didn't have a TV out there. So yeah, it was just like a serial killer's apartment. You walked in, it was just like a bare apartment with a thing of ketchup in the fridge. And that's it. And then you go back into my bedroom. My bedroom was all, it had all my stuff in it. It had posters on the wall and like stuff like that. But yeah, I think I talked to my roommates like twice the whole time I lived there. And it was super awkward. And it was just like, hey man, what do you do? Oh, cool. All right, well, I'm going to go in here and play video games now for 3 days. See ya.
These are so funny.
Yeah, I did bring it. There was a girl that came back to the apartment, and I'm surprised she didn't just leave after she walked into that common area, because... How do I not act like Tim Bundy? Nah, that's their problem, not my problem.
I even have a basic training picture in here.
Wish I can rotate the camera. What? I could rotate the camera.
Here's my monkey ass story.
Nope. It's a them problem.
So I have so many stories to tell, it's hard to figure out where to start. I guess it'll just be random. Here's a recent story about a blind date I went on. There will be a lot of those on here. So I was told by my girlfriend that one of her friends saw my pic on her Facebook and thought I was cute. She told him, well, she's kind of single right now. I can see if she wants to go out to dinner with you. Like, seriously? Kind of single? I asked her about that one, and she was like, well, I told him you got to catch her in between guys. Nice. So she tells me about it on our Wednesday night out at the Nest. There's this guy that wants to go out with me. She shows me a pic of him, and he's not ugly, nor is he my type. But being that I'm an equal opportunity dater, I agree to meet him. So I text and talked to him a couple times before the date. He's a realtor, which I kind of rank that along with being a car salesman. But still, I remind myself that he's probably a good guy. He emails me a pic after Christmas of him dressed up like Santa Claus, giving out presents to kids at a volunteer thing. So again, impressive, I guess. But let me describe this guy really quick. Based on the first pic I saw of him, he was dressed up in trendy clothes, tan, white teeth, jerry curl blonde hair, and has a goofy smile. A little chubby, but I don't normally mind about that. So then...
Good thing.
TGI Fridays, here I come. Yeah, who takes their date there? That's where I would go.
What's wrong with TGI
That's
Fridays?
the restaurant you go to when you're in a relationship, you're at the mall, and you get hungry. It's okay, but it's not the greatest. Well, anyways, I walked in the bar, scanned the area, and didn't see him, so I sat down, talked to the bartender and people around me, had a couple of beers, and called my date. Right as I was waiting for him to pick up across the bar, I saw a guy pick up his cell phone. I got a horrible feeling in my stomach and thought, no. Are you serious? Please let it be a coincidence.
No. Oh, no.
I asked him if he was here yet, and he said he'd be right over. He wasn't sure if it was me. Oh, dear God. He was huge. He walked over with that schmarmy used car salesman type smile, and I thought, well, he has to have a lot of confidence when you're that big. He sat down, and then the bartender told us he has great records for first dates, that 5 people that he served got married from the year before. Great. Now this huge thing thinks he has a chance for real, and I was trying to make the best of it, but he was so up my ass and so boring. So I decided to drink more and eventually get him to take me out to karaoke. My buddy Jim said he'd meet us out, so thank God for that. So then the huge guy gets up to go to the bathroom before we leave, and I smelled something. You know, that smell you smell when fat people stand up.
Jesus Christ.
So recently a sergeant at drill told me it's called monkey ass. Well, I call it fat person butt smell. They stand up and it smells. Sit down, it goes away.
Oh my God.
So we go to karaoke and I sing a ton, and he smiled at me the entire time like I was the sun and the moon. It was horrible. So I get back to my car and never call him the next day. Also, incidentally, he was always trying to rub my foot under the table. It was creepy. So then I'm walking out of work the next day when flowers come from him. Next week, another order of flowers come. Mind you, I have not answered his texts or calls. He sent one text that said, I know you're so busy. Wish I could be there at the end of the day to rub your feet or give you a massage. What? Just the thought of his fat butt smell hands on me, trying to smooth up on me. How could you even go to bed with someone like that? Ew. Anyways, so I came back from Minnesota and I had gotten another delivery.
That's a t-shirt.
This time, not flowers. Nope. He sent a kitten with a note on its neck that said, please give me another chance. Be my Valentine. Wow. So I still have that kitten. She's weaned off the bottle now and starting to eat kitten food. She still doesn't have a name though. And then on a later thought, he probably didn't use padding for that Santa Claus suit. Not that I'm so vain that I wouldn't date an overweight person. Just when you have the fat person butt smell, I can't do it.
Get your fat person butt smell hands off me. That's our new t-shirt.
You had a friend who had that problem, the fat person butt smell. So my brother ended up with that cat, Little D. That's the cat.
Yeah, I know.
So now Tara has it. So my brother left it when he left.
Yeah.
I mean, this guy wasn't though. He was very schmarmy. He was like, I mean, it was like creepy. It gave me the crawlies. I just couldn't. Did your soda can scare you?
It tried to bite me.
I've gone on a lot of crazy dates, and he was one of the craziest. I would have to say the guy that my pastor set me up with was probably worst. No, the guy that called every guy in my phone and said that he was my husband to leave me alone.
That's great. That is like grade, like class 1 crazy right there.
Like, and I don't know how he got all the numbers.
Well, he took your phone.
Well, yeah, he took my phone. And the only thing I can think of was that there was a big fight in the bar because Paul and I were together with him that night. And there was a big fight and like half the bar got like rushed out. And he took my phone. He's like, I've got your phone. And he was outside waiting for the fight to be done and the police to clear them out. And I remember he was sitting in his car waiting for everything. I didn't think anything of it because basic trading story. Yeah. And I was just like, whatever, like, I don't care if somebody has my phone because I have nothing to hide in it, you know? You did? Pretty funny. Like there's a picture of somebody breakdancing.
Yeah. We had fun. We didn't have the latitude to have parties in basic training.
We were doing it when we weren't supposed to. Like we had our flashlights with our covers on them, you know, the red and the whatever colors. We were just like, whoa! and like lights were flashing around, and then the drill sergeant walked in. What the hell's going on in here?
We didn't do anything like that.
We were like, red light Saturday dance party, drill sergeant. And he just thought we were ridiculous. He was like, carry on. He didn't know what to say. I think that we I think he kind of tried, like, I think we kind of tried his patience or something. I mean, like when we...
Well, I can imagine as a drill sergeant, you're burned out anyway, because it's just like...
And you got all these females that are like ridiculous.
Yeah.
You know, and like when we broke the window with the power buffer, the thing like... and the windows broke. And like he comes racing in, what the hell's going on in here? And we're all like, we broke the window. What? How? It got out of control. And then he was just like, why is Chancellor buffing the floor when the power buffer is as tall as she is? I'm like, I don't know. I thought I could control it. I mean, we didn't know how to use it. We didn't know the lever went down.
Yeah. Yeah, we had...
we did that too. Like second bay? Yeah.
We had our group leader or whatever it was, or whatever the student commander was, came in and was like... And he had graduated from the Citadel, so he'd already been through like the whole military hazing program like situation. So he like walked into the middle of the bay completely buck-ass naked and was like, all right, everybody, listen up. And then just helicoptered when we all looked at him. And this was in the time when Don't Ask, Don't Tell was a thing. So the drill sergeants found out about that and put him under investigation for homosexual activity.
Oh my God. That's funny.
We had 3 people kicked out of my basic training for homosexual inclination or whatever.
I don't think anybody did, but we had a girl sent home because she got pregnant by a drill sergeant. And
that's crazy.
We had one guy, I actually turned him in because he was sitting there and we were doing like the mental stress test or whatever, you know, like that time of the week when we'd sit there and listen to history, and then they'd make us do like an evaluation afterwards. And he'd sit there with a safety pin and just be like rubbing his wrists and cutting it raw. And I was like, and I tapped him on the shoulder and I was like, dude, are you okay? And they can take a dick. They can take a joke. And I asked him if he was okay, and he just kind of stared at me like blank-faced, you know, like he said nothing. He was just like, I was like, well, that's kind of weird. Like, why you don't have a response? And he was super strange anyway. Like, he was always kind of the oddball person, like off doing his own thing, not paying attention to what everybody else is doing. He's in La La Land. Like, we thought he was super weird. And it turns out that he had witnessed his mom and his sister get killed in a car accident, like directly before he shipped to basic training, that he should have not gone.
Yeah.
But he decided that it was better for him to have something to do than have to deal with that. And so he was like on suicide watch after I turned him in. And he eventually got chaptered out because like he was not, you know, like psychologically fit or whatever.
Yeah, that's crazy.
Yeah. Because I remember when I had my knee surgery, he was there at reception because I was healing at the reception area. And he was still there waiting for his like flight home or whatever. And I was like, whoa, they're chaptering him. That's crazy.
Yeah, we had 3 guys get kicked out for that. And then we had my battle buddy never came back from Christmas Exodus. Like, he just didn't come back. And then
he was AWOL.
Yeah. And then we had one guy. So my basic training was like a pilot program where they were like trying to be like nicer or something. I don't know. We had 3 pizza parties, and then we went to see
I joined after you. I didn't even get that.
We had I had I was OSIT. I didn't do 9-week basic. And then, so we did our 9 weeks of like basic. And then after the 9 weeks, they gave us like a bunch of, we were in AIT, but we were still in the same.
Yeah, I went to Aberdeen Proving Ground for AIT.
So we went to a minor league hockey game and we saw like a concert, but we were standing in line, but I was in red phase literally all 14 weeks.
What?
So we were going to do all this stuff, but like they were like, we're gonna go see a minor league hockey game today, and you guys better not say a fucking word. It's like, okay. So we're like standing in line waiting for the bus, and we're just like standing there at attention, and one of the guys was just like looked over and saw the line of taxis and was like, fuck this, and he just walked over, got in a taxi, and never came back. Just took a taxi somewhere.
Oh, that happened in my platoon too. And I knew it was going to happen because, first of all, they both had boyfriend girlfriends back home. And then they were like trying to hook up. But I mean, they could never really hook up. They were just like, when we get to blue phase, you know, like we're going to do whatever, blah, blah, blah. But they were found out before that because of somebody like talking to the drill sergeant about it. So he like ransacked everything they owned and found all the love letters between them.
I didn't have to deal with any of that because there were no females in my basic training.
Yeah, I feel like it made it more difficult. Hey, Gandalf.
Hey, Gandalf. Hi, how's it going, man? You been playing Lost Ark? I'm going to get in on it at some point.
Oh, geez. Holy cow. That's pretty crazy.
Wow.
That's pretty crazy.
Article 183, it's a catch-all.
We had a cadet that was in
doing good, man. How are you
basic
doing?
With me. And I remember when
it's been a rough week. I had a rough day today.
When we were doing the land nav, she was the one we had to wait on. Like, she's going to be a captain. Like, she had done like so much time and then had like done ROTC and everything and had rank or whatever. And so she was in basic training as a captain. And like,
oh, that's weird.
It was super weird. She was super great fast runner. She was very smart about her Army values and everything. Like, she knew the creed, all that. But she got lost at land nav. Like, she couldn't freaking do land nav to save her life. She couldn't qualify. She couldn't she didn't make it through the heights challenge.
Huh.
It was like, what the heck? And that's when I realized, I was like, this is what the officers are like.
Yeah.
They're weaklings. They can't do shit.
Some of them. Yeah, man. Like it's, yeah, I don't know. This week was
super, a lot going on.
I didn't sleep very well. And then we had a lot going on, and, we got some good news. I'll tell you about it off a stream, but a lot of the week has just been really stressful.
Well, we were looking at houses. We were thinking that we were going to buy a house, and we got qualified.
Well, the guy told us we were qualified, but come to find out he had a lot of errors on.
Yeah, he had a lot of errors and everything. He didn't put everything in right. He was kind of basically fast talking Matt or Gitch. And so we were like, oh, Jesus, we don't want to do this with him because we're going to go through the whole process and put money down and probably not qualify at the end.
In North Carolina, they have due diligence money, which the seller holds on to. And if you back out of the deal, you just lose that money. So.
Dr. Perez. Hey, you know what? One of my instructors is a Dr. Perez. She's my sociology instructor.
I might think about installing it and playing after stream. Is it like a big install? Is it going to take a while?
Yeah. French kiss.
That's what we're doing. We're doing the VA loan. But the game that I was telling you about. Lost Ark,
we're doing the VA loan. And then, so The other lady that we talked to, that's a lot more like her
Actually talks like a person.
Her information is.
This dude called me. This dude called me at like 5:45 in the morning and just started spouting off a bunch of shit. And then was like, no, I gotta fix this, and oh, you're doing a VA loan, so there's 0 down, so I gotta fix that. I'll have your pre-approval in 30 minutes, and they hung up. And I was like, I have so many questions.
Yeah, and then when we got it, you gotta install your games over there, honey.
I'm telling stories, Gandalf.
I can tell it for you.
I'll be right back.
So anyway, so Gitch was like super like confused at what the guy was saying. And then our realtor looked at the deal and she's like, this is all kind of weird. Like, I know we can get you better rates. And yeah, Devin, you got to go download it too now. And then I was just like freaking out. And so the guy had like made a whole bunch of mistakes on our pre-approval. And I just was like, okay, this is a sign. We need to take a step back and like do some stuff first. So we stopped looking at homes for right now. We're going to give it a couple months and get back in the game. But we did spend half our week getting really like into looking at homes, putting in offers or whatever. So we're like super stressed.
We're looking in North Carolina because we're going to be here for a little bit more.
We were originally looking in Minnesota because there was a good chance that he was going to get sent to Korea and I'd have to just like be by myself. So I have like a crap ton of homes saved in my Zillow for Minnesota. Kind of like in the southern part of the cities. So that way I'd be close to you and I'd be close to Andy. And it wouldn't be that hard to drive over to my son. Like he's just like on the west side, but northern side of the cities. It'd just be like a straight shoot up.
The Apprentice starter pack worth it?
Wait, what? You'd be far too erect and unable to function?
I'm not sure I understand the context.
I don't know what's happening. What is he talking about? Oh, Stephen Perez would love that, apparently. I can't read the chat because there's like a huge thing over it.
Stephen Perez says,
It did get really weird quick.
That's what happens when you have Stephen Perez in the show.
Gitch put like some sort of like screen up and I couldn't see shit on the screen. So I was like, what the hell? Hi, kitten. You're my baby girl. Come here. Come here. Let me hold you. You're just a little kitten. Hi, Discord. Discord, be part of the show, honey. She's gonna be part
All right,
of the
everybody, it's
show.
installing. It tried to send me over to Yu-Gi-Oh for some reason, but I figured it out. I got it fixed.
Kitten. You're so tiny. Yes, you're a baby girl. Gandalf is touching your pee-pee. Oh my god. I don't know how that's happening. Honey, look at Discord. She's just chilling with me. She's so adorable.
I did a solo stream of Super People last week, and it was awesome. Well, I'll let you know what server when I actually get on the game.
Hi, lovies. You're so pretty. You're such a good kitty. She's literally, I'm holding her up. Oh, now she sees you.
Oh, he's coming.
He's coming on back.
This is the guy that like pets me and stuff. I don't like that.
Yeah, she doesn't like you for some reason. I mean, she just hangs out in her little cat cradle and then you pet her and she's like, oh, don't touch me.
Yeah, I saw the tweet where they had to like delay the launch and I was like, oh, that's not going to be good. They're going to get so much shit for that.
Oh, is Discord or Dahlia's sleeping up there?
Yeah.
She's so cute.
Oh, that sounds awesome.
Yeah, he likes Diablo.
Yeah.
You had Diablo 2, didn't you?
Diablo 3.
3? Oh, okay.
Yeah. I've been waiting for Diablo 4. They like announced it 2 years ago. It's still not released.
I don't know what that is.
And then they decided they were going to make it a mobile game, so I don't know how that's going to work.
My friend gave me a friend request. She's got to be like... This is weird. I think she got hacked.
It was funny. Ian got hacked a while back when he had Facebook.
Yeah.
And it was like whoever it was sent everybody on his friends list a link to like buy Ray-Bans sunglasses. And then he got sick of people telling him he was hacked. So he was like, listen, people, I haven't been hacked. I just really like Ray-Bans and you should all buy them, okay?
Oh my gosh, 2-hour download on the hotel Wi-Fi.
That's rough. Yeah, I had to deal with that when I was out in Rucker.
But I'm really jealous he's staying at a hotel for a long period of time. I love staying in hotels.
Maybe, well, civilian hotels, yeah. Army hotels, not so much.
Oh, she says it's her. Okay.
Hey, Sniffles.
Sniffle bug. Shandy, my son. Shandy.
I will try to put it on Shandy. I will let you know.
Oh, I need another drink.
When I start the stream after this stream.
Early,
the post-stream stream.
You need to go potty? Come on, uppers. Come on. Go outside.
Sounds good, man. Yeah, Super People's a lot of fun, but I do want to try Lost Ark. I really feel like it's going to be fun. I watched this YouTube guy named Force Gaming, and he makes it sound like it's going to be something I enjoy. So, and if it's Diablo with MMO stuff, then yeah, I'll enjoy it. 30 to 60 minutes. Ugh, what a garbage. At least the Twitch gaming gives me some stuff. Probably some cosmetics. So
cosmetics. Yeah, I got some cosmetics for you.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
What kind of cosmetics you got for me?
Show you.
Oh, okay. The smoky eye. Got the smoky eye.
A little red lip. What I did tonight. Smoky eye and a red lip. A little bit of red blush. Go with my red hair. That's turning gray.
I don't have a PlayStation. So.
Yeah, he needs a PlayStation 5 stuff.
Well,
okay.
I'm good with the Xbox.
Farley's running off to go potty. He just went racing out. Eva, go potty.
Misbehaving. Have you guys I don't know if you guys have HBO, but but we've been watching this show called The Glorious Gemstones, and it is
The Righteous Gemstones.
The Righteous Gemstones, and it is goddamn hilarious. It's got Danny McBride, what's his name from Roseanne?
Oh, the father. John Goodman.
John Goodman, Danny McBride, one of the guys from Modern Family that played the boyfriend.
Yeah, the boyfriend guy, Adam Devine or Divine or whatever.
And I forget what the chick's name is. You know what? Who was talking about that the other day? Everybody's gonna die.
Yeah.
Was that?
Was talking about zombies the other day.
Yeah. Who was that? Stephen Perez?
Go potty, you guys.
Was that Stephen Perez talking about that?
I don't know. I dreamt about it.
Thoughts on corn dogs? Love them. What? There's not even like. Who doesn't like corn dogs?
I mean, I don't know. I love corn dogs.
Yeah.
We should get some tomorrow at Sonic.
Hell yeah. Let's do it.
Sonic is
Valentine's Day. It's a Valentine's Day celebration.
Yeah, Sonic for Valentine's Day, y'all.
Pronto Pups. Yeah, I mean, I don't know if you know what Pronto Pups are, Stephen Perez, but they're basically a foot long in special Pronto Pup batter.
Oh.
They sell them at the Minnesota State Fair. Yeah, I don't recommend that either.
So I'm in a Facebook group for like
it's a lot of work because they're kind of soft
like
and flaccid.
Nurses and like, medical professionals and stuff like
you
that.
You use a lot of lube.
And it's a lot of darkness in there. And it's crazy the things that people talk about.
All right, Gandalf. I'll let you know.
I was completely lost there.
Yeah.
So many conversations.
Yeah, well, he was gonna go play some role playing, and then we kept him. Minnesota goodbye, you know.
Oh, I love the cornbread part. That's like my favorite part of it.
Yeah, so I think a Pronto Pup is cornstarch.
It's cornbread batter.
Yeah, but it's something they sell at the Minnesota National
Get together
or State Fair, but it's like a.
Hey, Dahlia.
It's basically a corn dog, but it's like handmade, homemade batter. So they like grab a foot long hot dog, jam a stick up it, dip it in the batter, and throw it in a fryer, and then like cook it in front of you, and then they toss it at you.
Good night, Devin. I can't wait to talk to you again.
Devin, thanks for coming out. We love having you.
Text us when you're bored.
Yeah, we can't wait till you're back so we can have you on the show again. It's always good having you in the chat, though.
Maybe I'll make you a cake when you come back.
Maybe, if you're feeling up to it.
Yeah. Special dessert for Devin. Yes, 3 more weeks. Okay.
3 more weeks.
And now I have a countdown.
Weeks. 3 more weeks.
Look at these little black kittens. They're so funny.
Yeah. They're just like trying to figure their life out.
They are. They're literally just sitting there like, what's around here? Oh, is this for me? Oh, let me get it. Nope.
What is
it's not
this?
mine.
Is it a toy? Oh, he moved his hand.
He took it from me. I'm going to go check on those dogs again.
She's like, where's she going? Just weird.
You guys coming in? Come on. What's that? Come up here.
Curly Q in your mouth there. Bum, bum.
Barley, you made it. Here, you did it too. Okay, good deal.
So we have a drape in front of the door, and the puppy just got like super confused because he ran in the door and like
Here, sit.
his face got covered in a drape. You don't need anything that's over here, buddy. Yes, I do. I need it all. It's so tasty, it looks like.
Barley.
What's over? And let me see if I can. Oh, of course you're gonna.
Oh my God. Landed in the water. Oh crap, now what? Sit. What's that?
Misbehaving.
Don't go, puppy. Put you back on this leash, okay? Now that you're all wet. Thank you, buddy. He's like, okay, here I am.
Dad said no, but I'm gonna anyway misbehaving. But yeah, anyway, the Royal Gems or the Righteous Gemstones is goddamn hilarious. It's on HBO.
This little dude's all wet.
Super funny show. It's Danny McBride, John Goodman,
I love you.
acting
give me
as
kisses.
preachers of like a megalomaniac church. It's freaking awesome.
He's giving me kisses.
He loves you.
His leg is all wet because he landed in the water.
Oh man, he did that earlier today too. He just like stepped in the water to try. He was so excited to go outside.
You're such a good boy. Yeah.
Chuck, I love you, mommy.
You're so good, honey.
Reacher on Amazon. There's so many things to watch. I gotta watch the Lord of the Rings series on Amazon. Now I gotta watch Reacher.
Nice. Oh, I love
There's
you.
just too much out there.
I love you.
I got homework to do. I'm trying to like be a successful trader for this prop firm. I'm at break even now, which means I'm in a drawdown.
I love you. You're so sweet. You're such a good
I have to
puppy.
adjust my risk.
Look at this little good puppy over here.
Kiss that duck on the nose and between the eyes.
He's so sweet. Oh, you tired? Yeah, you're tired.
All right.
He's a tired guy. He's just snuggling.
Are you good?
Yeah. You gonna go play your games?
I think so.
Okay.
All right, everybody. Thank you so much for coming out. We really appreciate having you. If you're new here and you like to hear people talk about poop and any other manner of thing that comes to our mind, hit the follow button, hit the like button, hit the subscribe button, hit that thumbs up, whatever you got to do so that you know when we're live next. Because we do this show every Friday, or we've only missed a few times, like when I'm out of town or somebody's in a surgery or something.
He was in the crate. He woke up with his dog in the crate. What the heck, Steven?
Wait, you were trash one night, crawled in your dog's crate? Good Lord. So yeah, do all the things. Hit the like, hit the subscribe, hit the follow, thumbs up. You'll know when we go live. There's a little bell. It gives you an alert on YouTube. If you're on Twitch, you should get an alert anyway. We'd love to have you back. We love chatting with y'all. And until next time, pour on. I should have had this queued up. Hold on.
Much love to you, Steven. Oh, this puppy is whining.
Until next time, pour on. Have a great weekend, everybody, and enjoy the Super Bowl.
Yeah, Super Bowl.